All the smoke.
Ball hit high and deep in the left center field. Stretch.
Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier.
Into the nickel of San Francisco in the secondary. Hey, somebody has run out on the field.
Jordan. Oh, a spectacular by Michael Jordan.
Ready? This is what the greatest thing about sports is. You play to win the game. Inch by inch, play by play, till we're finished.
This is Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast.
X about me.
With Professional Sutton.
You already know.
Chris G.
My homie.
And the Rucker Report.
My family, what up?
They for real.
All straight with no chaser.
Let the games begin.
Let's go. Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast.
Yeah. Yo.
Yeah.
I just feel like I always gotta say some year after that. I don't know what else to say. Sound dope.
Come on, dog.
Come on, you're going too far now, dog. Welcome to another edition of Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast. I'm your boy Professional Sutton.
And I'm your boy Chris G.
And it's your boy, the Ruck Report. Church.
So before we start, man, you know we gotta thank our sponsor, man. 94.3 WYBC.
The rhythm of the city.
And you know where you can find us, man. You can find us on all social media platforms. Facebook at Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast. Instagram, Real DSTM. Twitter, Real DSTM1. And on YouTube, Professional Sutton. And again, if you want to donate, hit the Cash App up, man. I'm going to share the funds, but, Sutton,
I don't believe
right
none
there,
of that.
man. Now, for real, man, Patreon, Don't Shoot the Messenger Sports Podcast, man. Listen, man, you had a nice dinner, man. That's where it came from. It
Yo,
came
facts. Yo.
Came from that, man.
Because I'm a bougie bitch, right? So I was like, the sausage don't come with it. I said, can you add that sausage in there?
Like,
Yeah.
no.
And I want the Old Bay seasoning. I want the Cajun.
He was having fun.
Let me get a side of wings, too.
was
This
having
on you,
fun.
right, Quet? All right, cool. let me get
They
some
got onion rings back there?
Listen, man. That was Chris' first time ever trying crab. I was like, what?
Well, I had
That
never
was
ate, I had a bad experience with lobster when I was young.
Okay.
So
makes sense.
I stayed away from shellfish except for shrimp. And then I said, as I got older, I was like, you know what? I was talking to him about it. I was like, I think I'm going to try lobster again.
Okay.
And I said, you know what? Crab is in the lobster family. Might as well give it a shot.
Right.
And I don't even really want to give them a shout out because they ain't paying us for this.
Nah.
But Crab Town was the shit.
Where
It was
is
good.
Crab Town then?
It's right in Hampton.
Is it handled by Coles?
Yeah. It's like in a closed plaza. Right
Dude,
there.
when you missed it. But I told you, I ate for you, fam.
I got you, Rock.
Oh,
got
I
you.
ate for you.
I got you, man.
Oh, my goodness. That's
My
Crab boy
boy.
right there.
Man, listen, man. So before we start, man, I want to let everyone know that tomorrow I will be on with Andy Dorf, Dorf on Sports.
Oh, yeah.
Channel 211. If you are Eastern
Tune
Standard
in.
Time, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. So, that's Dorf on Sports. XM Radio. Also, I'm going to get the information too by the end of the show if you want to, go on his website as well. So we got that. I think
Okay,
it's sportsline.com. I'll get it though. I don't want to lie. What else we got? Also, on my other platform, something like that. You know, we got some good interviews coming up, man. So I have those on my page. How about y'all, fellas? Anything that y'all got? Anything that y'all got going
coming
on?
up?
Yeah, man.
I mean, I got. Let me see here. I got work on Monday.
Okay.
Work on Tuesday. Work on Wednesday. Thursday.
That sound right.
Friday, and then the kids and the family in between there. So I'm really jam packed this week.
So I got a couple B's coming up.
Okay.
Got a brand new bus pass.
Okay. There you go.
Got
There you go.
bunch of bad credit. Yeah, I just
Don't worry, man. We gonna get you right.
we're gonna leave it there.
Before we start, man, again, we do have the DSTM ready. That's on Sundays. So, we like to talk about the latest and greatest. So,
Oh, the Lord. Yes.
yes.
Amen.
Yes.
God,
Amen.
God does bless us
Hallelujah.
on Sundays to talk about sports too. So, tune into that. Tomorrow we might have it, we might not, but we do have our Don't Shoot the Messenger radio. And before we start the show, man. Before we start the show.
Yeah.
See, that's why I can't take black people nowhere. I can't take black people nowhere. But on a serious note though,
Dun, 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 dun.
I said on a serious note, and these Negroes acting like black people at a Trump rally. Oh my God.
Yo, Chris, you had to start it, yo. You had to start it. All right, we done.
But on a serious note, man, about 25 years ago, man, my man Ice Cube, man, fucked around and got triple double. So we listen, man, because that's part of Black history, man.
But then he tell us, right?
Yeah,
He
on a
tell
serious
us
note.
On a serious note.
And
Then he got the picture of this.
Them numbers ain't factual. He said he got a triple double, but he didn't say how the triple double came. He did not specify
He probably had 20
how
points. I
he
agree.
got that triple double. And
Yo.
then who in the hood playing up to a number where you can even get these kind of numbers?
Today was a good day, man.
Yo.
I went to the store, got me a candy boar.
You know what? Like Charles Barkley said, he was probably averaging a triple single.
Speaking of Charles, Draymond on your ass, boy. But anyway,
Oh, Draymond.
I know,
We'll get into that later on.
Draymond.
but yeah,
Just-
man. So
You
Come
turn me
on.
up, man. I feel.
Come on,
nah, I
man.
mean, I'm going
No. Turn me up in my headphones. I feel low in my ear. Yeah, there we go. All right.
Man.
Well, you
know.
back. All right. Let's
Speaking of sports, so I had a man. So fellas, man,
This dude is an
MVP race,
idiot,
man.
yo.
What? Listen, it's part of sports, man. Fucked around and had a triple double, man.
Again,
I don't
like I
want
said.
nobody to ever forget that, man.
Oh, God.
Today was a good day. Went to the store.
I mean, I don't know. He said his mom cooked the breakfast with no hog, and it looked like sausage in that
bacon.
pan.
It
And
looked like
bacon.
something was
I'm just
greasy
saying-
in
I
that
think it was
joint.
turkey bacon, though. Before niggas knew what turkey bacon was.
Let me tell you something. Niggas wasn't making no turkey bacon in
When
92.
no black people making
Listen, I don't
turkey
care-
bacon
listen,
in
listen.
92.
Listen, I mean, he felt on a
None.
big fat fanny.
Now that, and he killed the punini.
Yes,
Now
he did.
that,
killed the blue
Yes, he did.
daddy.
now that I'll go for it. Okay.
Speaking of LA, got my gear. I'm in the house.
I like how he tried to
wrong.
set it up though.
Yeah, yeah,
I like
yeah.
how that
Smooth transition.
smooth.
Oh,
I
this
like
whole
that.
thing? Oh,
Yeah,
man, come on. I
yeah.
had this for a while.
I
had this
ain't,
for a
I ain't never in my life
Never,
ever seen a snakeskin jersey.
Yo, man.
I ain't never
Listen.
ever. But
Listen,
he rocking that thing.
LeBron sent it to me personally. That's
Okay,
why.
There you go.
That's why you won't never see it, though.
All right.
I can get you one if you want one.
All right,
No,
Shannon.
listen, listen.
Skip.
Just like
Skip.
just like we won't see LeBron here before the game without a do-rag on.
First of all,
That's how you
first
will
of
never
all-
see. Just like
first
we'll
of
never
all-
see that jersey.
First of all,
we'll never see his head before the game
I don't know
without
what
a
you-
do-rag.
First of
on.
all, I don't know what you're talking about, but I feel like you disrespecting my godson. So watch your mouth, okay? Watch your mouth. Now, seriously though, MVP race. I know last night we had a
Is this the real
went
topic?
down. Yeah. Because a lot of people want to talk about it. People was tagging me in it.
Talk
but
about what?
I want to hear about what you guys got to say. Because
All right.
some people like LeBron is not MVP.
Can there really be a one-man race?
Let me
Yeah,
give you
yeah.
all. Let me give you all my. Let me give
The,
you all.
the marathon continues.
I don't know.
For real. Let me give you all my take on the MVP race, and I don't got nothing to say after this. Giannis.
Okay.
Okay, so let me give you mine as I sip my drink that somebody probably spit in.
If you say Giannis, it is spitting. I know. Niggas hate LeBron. People, oh my God. People hate LeBron James, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. Oh my God.
Yo, I don't
I
hate
can't
him, but
stand
come
that.
on, fam. Like,
No.
Come on, man.
The reason I'm saying this is, and this is no hate, LeBron is having a LeBron season.
He had better numbers than this.
No, he's having a LeBron season where statistically he's doing a lot of great things that no one has done in year 17.
Fact.
No one, right? But some groceries.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
They're gonna have to wait.
But what Giannis has been doing from day one, and the thing about it, and the most interesting stat about it, he's playing less than 30 minutes.
Sure.
Playing less.
I know. It
So-
will wait until, I get on air,
Until you gotta
Right. Until I gotta do real
You know
stuff.
what?
You know what I mean?
see.
Say, Chris.
That's how they do it.
That's how they do it.
They wait a couple days after
how they
Black
do it.
History Month, and then they want to get disrespected.
So now, now speaking of the, Giannis race and, LeBron, and, Chris had went to, help me out. So I appreciate my brother real quick. Now, do you feel that it is a foregone conclusion that it's Giannis, or do you feel that LeBron can make it? Because how I look at it is I'm looking at, what Giannis has been doing, since the start of the season. And he's been very consistent, been very good.
Yes.
I think that when you look at an MVP, you got to look at, are they making their team better? And I
Yes.
think Giannis is doing a great job of making his team better. Now, as much as I joke, as much as I said LeBron James, but when I look at the totality of it, the way you make your team better, and not to mention, his team has the best record in the league. Not just on the East, but in the league.
No, well, Giannis's does.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yes, not the Lakers, obviously.
Yeah, the Lakers got the second best record.
The
in the
second
league.
best. But I'm talking about what Giannis has done and his his sheer will and determination to win the MVP again. How do you because we don't see this a lot, right? Like we see a lot of happy-go-lucky slap. Hey guys, how's it going? I love you, kumbaya. Let's trade jerseys. Last night he lost. He's like, listen, there is no jersey to trade, no socks. We don't even have to trade conversations.
I'm out.
Do you feel that at this point Giannis don't care about the MVP? His main objective is the championship.
Giannis and I don't think LeBron cares either. Giannis wants to win a chip, right? But here's the other thing, which I think it doesn't make it a foregone conclusion, but it definitely pushes Giannis a couple of points higher. Because if the Bucks are able to win 70 games this year, regardless of what you say, with just Giannis,
That's crazy.
that's a big thing.
Really?
And then, as great as LeBron is playing, his biggest detractor is on his team, AD. When AD play good, that takes away some of the conversation from LeBron, because you got to put AD in the conversation too.
Right. So that definitely is, man.
So we ain't paying them
I
nothing.
know. So I tell you,
He late.
Chris.
Tell him it's a late fee.
Could you look in my pocket, in my coat pocket? It's in there. It's my wallet.
It's in your coat pocket?
Yes, in my wallet. Yes, in my
Chris,
room.
tell him we got a late fee too.
It's in my room in my black coat. Oh my god. Sorry, y'all. Black people, stuff happens. I'm sorry. That's just life.
It's all right.
We get groceries delivered, and the people want to come
Listen,
at the time like this as
I
we're
know,
having
I
my
know,
podcast.
Chris said he was bad and bougie, but
Right.
all right now.
I'm just saying. Now, speaking of bad and bougie,
Speaking of bad and bougie,
I just want to jump straight to it. Let's go into the Ruck Report. Right? So, on the Ruck Report, you want to talk about your boy. You want to talk to your godfather, Charles.
Yo, listen, I don't have no problem. Listen, I really more so have a problem with Draymond.
Okay.
Right? Listen, it's getting old. It's getting old at the fact that you're taking offense to anything Charles Barkley says, because Charles Barkley always does this. It ain't like he just singling you out. He talks about everybody, and the fact that you're taking offense to this was getting real corny to me. Come on, Dre.
Well, I
you
think
just
that
got a year older. You know what I'm saying? Come on, talk to your cousin, man.
Listen, man.
Talk to your cousin.
Listen. Oh my God. Let me get my coat. It's in my pocket, man. I mean, it's in my closet.
Upstairs?
Yes, it's in my closet. I'll get it. Go ahead, Ruck. Take over, Ruck.
With that, right?
Take over, Ruck. Take over, Ruck.
Well,
That's what I said. Go ahead.
on this version of Don't Shoot the Messenger. Yeah, so we gonna bring Chris. We gonna bring Chris in because Kobe Bryant.
Hold on, let me tell you why
It's
this good
horrible.
shit. All right, so this is my boy. I'll go get the delivery for him, right?
Tell the people what happened.
So he go, I'm thinking since you did this online, it's paid for. Steve, shout out to my boy Steve who upstairs. He go, 167. I said, I ain't paying that.
Like what you think I was gonna cash at you or something, Steve? Steve, nah. This ain't how this go down. Steve, hold them groceries. I'm gonna be right back.
So I say, hold on, let me go holler at old boy. I was gonna text him, but my phone was down here. So I go, yo, man, where the money? Y'all heard it. He go, yo, it's in my coat. It's in
my pocket. Just give it to him.
All right, cool. So I'm thinking he got his coat hung up in the front closet, maybe on the chair in the kitchen. I'm walking through. I don't see no coat.
All I'm saying is, you just paid $167. I better see a bag of chips, a honey bun, something come back downstairs. Dude.
Yeah,
What?
I seen a lot of green salad. I seen a lot of lactic.
They leafy. They leafy around here.
They leafy in this house.
They leafy in here. So back to the Rucker Report.
And that was brought to you by Myra's Kitchen.
Let me tell you something. There better be some hot chicken sandwiches.
We ain't here to cook them. So
wait,
I don't know if we get chicken sandwiches, but so
nah, I really like. We don't even have to waste time on that for real. Like we can talk about something else.
Well, listen,
because Draymond, easy man, let it go.
Listen, it's about to get real, okay? Because what grinds my gears is coming up next. If you don't know what this segment is, so we all have our new segments. I'm sorry, you said Draymond, but you said you don't want to talk about Draymond no more.
Talk about Draymond. We could have did
but
grind your gears.
I want Chris to talk about what he's been waiting to talk about forever. Now, if y'all don't know, Chris is a boxing aficionado. Okay, he knows a lot about boxing. Because some of y'all don't know shit about boxing, but I seen a lot of professional, boxing experts over the past few weeks. But if it don't come from a few people, I don't listen to it. But this,
what up?
If y'all don't know, I love to get Chris going. I love to get Chris pissed off. So I purposely posted this on my Facebook page, right?
Okay.
I purposely posted this, and again, this is not mine. I didn't put it together, so I don't even want to take all the credit. But
you know he love this though, right?
Yo,
he sees stuff throughout the day and be like,
I do. I could
piss Chris off with this.
Nah, so I'm watching it. Well, you know what? I wasn't even trying to piss Chris off, but when I seen this list, I'm like, I'm no Chris. I don't know boxing like a lot of people do. But I'm watching it, I'm looking at this list and I'm like, yo, something ain't right. Something ain't right. So as Chris is on Facebook and he's going and he's calmly put his answers, and I see a lot of people that I respect who have good boxing, analysis. They was like, yo, this list is trash. But when my brother got up there,
Floyd Patterson at 14.
But when my brother Chris got up there, he was so pissed. I was like, yo, it's about to go down. So, I mean, listen, man. If y'all don't know, man, Chris, man, head him with that funk flex real quick, man. Hit him with that funk flex, Chris.
Hardcore New York.
I had to, man.
This is what boxing sounds like.
Now, Chris, man, I'm gonna give you the floor, man.
Shout out to OK. Shout out to OK Thomas. You damn right, Pro Right 22 Blast gonna take it to the house. I told you I'm a power back. Now, this list. I honestly believe that they made this list to piss people off and to get people talking. Because kind of that is like the new wave thing like that. Because there ain't no respectable boxing fan. Or let me not say respectable boxing fans, because dumb boxing fans say things that's dumb all the time. And Exhibit A is Deontay Wilder. But I don't. I'll get into that later.
Okay.
I'll get into that later. This list, All right, listen. Floyd being that number one is not my choice, but you're not gonna like. If you put Floyd at number one, you could get some backlash, but it's just gonna be.
But it's a good debate.
It's a debate.
It's a
Right.
good
It's
debate.
a debate.
It's a good
It's a
debate.
debate. Not my number one. I want to make that very, very clear. My number one would be Sugar Ray Robinson, but that's my personal preference.
You got
Floyd could be, though, in the conversation. Let me tell you who not number two, Manny Pacquiao.
No.
Get it, Chris.
No.
I can tell you that. Put that list back up. Let me tell you who not number two, Manny Pacquiao.
No.
Now listen, I like Carlos Monzon. I'm not putting him at number three. I don't know what their value and point system that they got up there is. But let me tell you right there. Let me tell you.
Put Muhammad at 4?
Let me tell you what is not right. Muhammad Ali being below any of those dudes. Any of those dudes. It's not happening. It's not happening. I got a huge problem with Bernard Hopkins being number 6. That pissed me off. And it wasn't just because he was number 6. It was because he was number 6 and who he was ahead of. Sugar Ray Leonard? Are you joking?
And Joe Louis.
And Joe Louis, but Marvin Hagler. I also got a problem with Roberto Duran being above Marvin Hagler and Sugar Ray Leonard. I got a real problem with that. I also got a problem with Thomas Hitman Hearns not even being on this list at all.
I got a problem with James Toney being number 25.
I got a real problem with James Toney being number 5. I also got a problem with Lennox Lewis not being on this list.
Mike Tyson.
Now, the Mike Tyson thing.
I put him.
Mike is on the list for me.
I'll take Mike Tyson over James Toney.
Here's the thing. I got a problem with people being on this list above Mike Tyson. If I was doing this list, I wouldn't have a problem with Mike Tyson not being in the 25. And the only reason I say that is Mike is more cultural than he is accomplished as far as the who's who or who he beat. If I pressed me and another boxing aficionado could have a debate about that. But if I pressed regular boxing fans about who Mike got on his list that, is just a great win, people will draw a lot of blanks. Which brings me to the other person I got a problem with being on this list at number 9, and that's Oscar De La Hoya. Because I will continue. Continue to say
you love Oscar De La Hoya.
He is
man.
so
Stop it.
Tecate.
The thing with Oscar is you can give Oscar points and props for always fighting people. That you can't debate.
Yeah.
That you can't debate. I can make a real serious argument that the only A+ fighter that he beat in his prime was Ike Corte. Most people don't know who the fuck Ike Corte is. Now I know who Ike Corte is.
Turner.
Now I know who Ike Corte is, and
rough.
Ike Corte bazooka jab. Okay,
Yeah.
that was bazooka.
Yeah.
Because he had a bazooka, and they put on a classic fight when they fought. I remember I was in middle school when they fought, and that fight was just it was mesmerizing. But I got again. You could talk that it was questionable that he might have beat Shane Mosley in the second fight, but he didn't. You could say it was questionable that he should have put enough rounds in the bank when he lost to Felix Trinidad and he should have won that fight, but he didn't. He didn't beat Bernard Hopkins. He didn't beat Manny Pacquiao. He didn't beat Floyd Mayweather. You could debate that it was close. You could debate that some of those were close. Not the Bernard and not the Manny. Those were straight annihilations.
The Bernard, he quit.
Well, he hit him with a straight liver shot and put him down.
He said no.
But yeah, he said no mas. But again, it's just he robbed Sweet Pea, but even so,
and Sweet Pea's not on that list.
no, Sweet Pea up there.
He was up there?
Yeah,
Put that
Pernell
list.
Whitaker's up there.
He was up there?
Yeah,
Oh,
he was
okay.
up there. But number 17.
Okay,
My problem
all right.
is my thing with that is even though I feel like I got to give him credit for it because I took away credit for close fights that he could have lost. So I got to give him. But that was an older Pernell Whitaker. That was Pernell Whitaker that was at the end. He wasn't at the end of the road, but he wasn't in his prime anymore. Not when they fought.
He didn't want to fight him early.
Oh, you talking about Oscar?
Yeah.
Well, they do what they do. They protected him,
He said,
and as they should.
He said, no, I don't want that.
But
I don't want that work.
He at a certain point, but I give Oscar, the one thing I can give Oscar credit for is Oscar was willing to fight everybody. I mean,
that's true.
He put the names on his list.
He could have fought Floyd earlier, but
It didn't benefit him.
yeah, it really didn't because Floyd. This is back when Floyd was Pretty Boy Floyd, and Pretty Boy Floyd wasn't marketable like Money Mayweather was. So it made sense not to fight him when he did.
And I'm glad he didn't because that actually probably might have been a problem for Floyd.
Yeah.
Because if everybody remembers, Pretty Boy Floyd had pretty bad hands.
Well, here's the thing. If he would have fought him around the time, like, first of all, there was a weight disparity because at the time, Oscar was running around at junior welter, junior middle, and Floyd was running around super lightweight. You know what I mean? Lightweight status. He was fighting people like Diego Corrales and people like that. It was just, God bless him, because Diego was a
monster.
He was a monster.
He had some bricks,
but you know, but Diego Corrales always looked like
his hands,
he looked like the prototypical drug dealer in a movie in Hollywood. The Mexican drug.
Like, I'll talk about his hands.
All your black Station films.
Just gotta
I didn't even say it right. But that was Diego.
Diego could have played that character.
His name is Diego. I mean,
but I roll with Diego Corrales. He was one of my he was one of my favorites. But anyway, I don't even want to make this an Oscar thing.
I just have one major problem with the list.
Go ahead.
Sure.
Every time we talk about boxing, they got to put Rocky Marciano in the name.
All right, here's the thing.
Every time we talk about boxing,
a white man got to bring
out Rocky Marciano.
And that's what happened.
You got to put Rocky in. Listen, I am not a huge Rocky.
If it ain't Sylvester Stallone, why we got to put Rocky in it?
I'm not a big Rocky Marciano fan, but the reason why you got to put Rocky in it is because Rocky was undefeated as a heavyweight. It's just a rare thing. Now, I will say Rocky came in at the sweetest of sweet spots in the heavyweight division era. He came in, not mind you now, he had to beat some Jersey Joe Woolcock. He had to beat people like Ezra, what the freaking about the flake on his
I don't know.
Ezra.
I mean, he did beat Joe Louis' ass.
Anyway, if you know boxing, you know what I'm talking about. Ezra.
Joe Louis was 203 years old before Rocky.
But he came in at a point where it was after Joe Louis was far and away past his prime and just fighting for money. That's the only reason why he beat Joe Louis. He came in a gap. He came in but after Joe was not Joe and before Muhammad or even Cassius Clay.
Yeah.
Or even Sonny Liston.
Yeah.
He came in right in the middle of that and he was able to. He fought a lot of guys, and he fought in a way, you know, he wasn't like this great refined boxer or anything like that. But he fought in a way that was exciting. He was real. He was a tough guy. I can't take that away from him. And you know,
he was the real Rocky in that time. I mean, he was more skilled, but in terms of, you know, the draw, you know, the excitement that he brought.
Well, I think him being an Italian guy at that time, I think that, you know, he was able to, the Italians were able to, you know, get him on it back, you know.
He's beating up the Moolies. Come on.
Okay, Rocco.
All right, Rocco.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't agree with that.
With your IROC Z28.
From a cultural standpoint, I can agree with you. From a boxing standpoint, I can't agree with you with that. But you got to put him on. You don't need to put him high. I think what was he on this? Like
he was like 18.
He was in the team.
If he was in the 18s, Rocky Marciano
under you know, Sweet Pea.
Yeah,
so
right where he need to be. Right where no. That's a solid spot for Rocky.
Okay, before I start, how do you pronounce this guy? Harry Greb?
What am I looking at?
Under Rocky Marciano. This guy fought.
Gerb.
He fought all them damn fights. That's a lot of fights. Jesus.
Well, they
probably back then.
They fought like every other week.
Look at Jack Johnson.
Look at Julio Cesar Chavez. Right.
Yeah. Look at Roberto Duran.
Right. Now
they did fight. They did. And look at
Archie
Sugar Ray
Moore.
Robinson.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know. I'm just saying though, 262 wins.
Yeah.
My
Yo,
goodness.
I'm just in Sugar Ray Robinson area. He got, if you look at his fights, it was fights where he would have a couple fights in the same week.
Same week.
And he would have multiple fights in the same month, and then from month to month, like back in the day, boxing
They fought.
They fought, man. And you
they
talking
fought like 15 rounds, right?
I was about to say that.
Yeah.
You talking about a time where they fight 15 rounds.
I'm surprised that Jack Johnson only has recorded 71 fights or 71 wins.
Now he got more than that.
Yeah, because I know back in his time,
Any black man,
Jack
that was knocking
Johnson,
off a
they was
white
probably
woman,
fighting every 15 minutes. They was
tell
like,
you
all right,
something.
bring the next one.
Tell you something. Any black man that was knocking off a white woman, he won in my book. That's a bad motherfucker. And not to mention,
at that time,
not to mention,
at that time, yeah.
he
This
did
took a real
invent the monkey wrench. He has a patent on a monkey wrench. People don't know that. Yeah.
Black Jack Johnson.
Let me tell you what else I don't like.
What's that?
I don't like Larry Holmes is real underrated. Where's George Foreman at?
He
Very
not up there.
underrated.
George Foreman not up there.
I'm up here thinking he up here.
No.
They don't even got George Foreman up here.
They don't
my
even
God.
have Joe Frazier.
Larry Holmes is a little too low for me.
They don't have Joe Frazier.
You know what? Now that I'm looking at it too. That's right. They don't
They
have
don't
Joe
have
Frazier.
Joe Frazier on this list.
Now, I will give him props.
Wow.
I will give him props because he doesn't get brought up enough. Is Archie Moore.
Mm-hmm.
Archie Moore doesn't get brought up
Great
enough.
wings too. Great wings. Loaded wings. Loaded wings.
You had to know. You
Right
had
wing.
look. You just can't. You did a step. You was
Allen.
like this.
Uh.
Throw it up.
I'm sorry, Chris. I'm just saying. Great wings.
All right.
Archie Moore.
So
Anyway.
next conversation.
Anyway, yeah, I do give him props for Archie Moore. He doesn't get talked enough. He doesn't get talked about.
Around what years did he fight, Chris?
Archie Moore?
Yeah.
Oh man, Archie Moore was what, like the 40s, 50s,
Okay.
60s, in that range.
Okay.
I think
Archie Moore got
Roy
black
is
and
too
white.
low too.
Who?
Roy.
Roy. That's
Nah.
about right
20?
on this list. On
Nah,
on
that's
this
about
list.
right. Well, no, on this list is wrong.
On this
But-
list is way wrong.
But like I said, how Rocky Marciano is placed, well, if this list was right, and I would have to go through it, and obviously I would take people
Chris,
off.
can you please do that, please? I know you're a busy man. Can you please make another list?
I don't
please?
know if I
please.
could.
Come on, Chris.
And,
You
oh no,
didn't
here's the
see-
thing, because
hear
you
what
couldn't
he
make,
said?
you can't make a top 25 quickly.
Yeah.
It takes,
No, that's fine. I mean, it would take you time, but
it would
can
take you time because then you gotta, and then
But
What's
can,
the,
okay,
what's
but,
the criteria?
But can you,
You know what I'm
make a
saying?
top 25 list, Chris? It don't have to be within next week, but can you make a top 25 list for me, please? Like how it should look. I know people gonna have some discrepancies,
all right,
but
I can make a
comfortably.
top. I can make a top 25 list. And here's what's wrong when people do lists though. 25 is enough, but what people don't do, and is why we are the best, is when you make lists, you also need to highlight people who just missed the list.
Yep. Yes. Agree,
Just
yes.
missed the cut.
And you gotta, because people go, yo, how, they think you forgot about a person
Right.
that is worthy, because boxing has been around for 100 plus years. You gonna miss some
Somebody.
people, you know what I mean, that people are gonna disagree with, but that list is just lunacy.
They wild.
It's lunacy.
Now, how
if you
about
go-
Jersey Joe Walcott? What should he be top 25 or he just top 100?
He's a guy. He's a top 100 for sure.
Okay.
but he's the kind of guy, Jersey Joe, who just misses out on the top 20. Now, maybe not just miss out, but you need to. He's an honorable mention for sure. You need to. He's important to the boxing story.
Yeah.
Yeah. He would probably be like one of those guys that falls in like the 27 to 29 range.
I'm thinking 30.
What'd you think?
But then he might get pushed down because, like you said, it's people that.
It's
Yeah.
other people that
Well,
we
here's
talk
the-
Because now you got to add Lennox Lewis to that list, Joe Frazier,
Mike
George
Tyson.
Mike
Foreman.
Tyson, Joe Foreman.
Foreman.
See, honestly,
You know?
people would be upset. 'Cause I ain't putting Mike in my top 25. But
How
I
about
I'm putting
how about
Mike.
well, not top 25? Ken Norton. Where would you put him on a boxing
See,
list?
but that's a
See,
good
that's
debate.
another one.
That's a good debate.
You know what I'm saying?
Now,
another
see,
one.
he would be bottom tier, 20
Because
in
wait,
the top
'cause
25.
was Marvin on that?
Marvin
Marvin
Hagler,
Hagler?
yeah.
Nah,
he was up there.
he was low.
Tommy Hearns?
Tommy Hearns wasn't. I said I had a problem with
Yeah.
that.
See, Tommy Hearns not on there.
So now if you make a list,
shifts.
Like
It
I
shifts.
think you know what would be reasonable, a top 30, because like you said, then you can say, well, these guys are honorable mention.
Yeah.
This is
I
because
think Evander was low on that list.
Because then you gotta say, okay, well, are you gonna, like you always say, Chris, are you gonna put him in for him? And then you go, well, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Mind you, now they missed a lot of like newer. I feel like that list was like, it just missed some more recently like great boxers who weren't even up there or benching. You know what I mean? Like, Shane Mosley is a legit one of the best welterweights ever in any era when he was in his prime. He had a problem with Vernon Forster, but
Andre Ward.
Yeah, he did, right?
Yeah, here's the thing. Andre Ward, from a talent perspective, 100%. Andre Ward, I think, gets some slack. I'm not saying he wouldn't be in mine, but I think the thing where Andre Ward, it becomes people don't. It's because he fought in the super middleweight division, and people don't know a lot of the people that he beat in the super middleweight division. He did beat really good people, really good people, but not people that a lot of people know. So I think he gets knocked.
Plus, I think that a lot
he
of
dominated
people,
him too.
Yeah, I think a lot of people look at his career too as maybe it was a little bit too short.
No, I thought it was okay. I mean, listen, he retired early, but he was very well accomplished. I mean,
like I consider Andre Ward like the Terrell Davis of boxing.
Oh no, I wouldn't disrespect Andre Ward like that. I wouldn't disrespect.
You sound
Andre
like
Ward.
Warren Sapp.
Yeah, but
Terrell Davis. Terrell, I don't
for that short amount of time now.
I mean, it was okay. It wasn't Hall of Fame though.
Here's the thing, exactly.
It wasn't Hall of Fame.
You don't think so?
No.
His career,
And I like
MVPs, Super Bowls.
Yeah, but
it always upset me that he got in before Edgerrin, because Edgerrin has a way better career and longevity
way better
than Terrell.
numbers.
Listen,
Absolutely.
TD was phenomenal.
Look how
for
long
4
it took
years.
Chris Carter to get in versus TD.
Right.
Listen,
But you know the story of Chris Carter too, though.
no, but also if you are on NFL Network, you're getting in. That's it.
Steve Atwater, at what, 16 years?
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying.
But these are people that have or have had problems.
Yeah, but that don't got nothing to do with the on-field shit. This is Pro Bowl.
This is what they do, though.
Nah, that's
Hall
true.
of Fame. This is
I'm
what they
sorry.
do.
It is what they do.
It's
I
what they do.
I don't like. I like Terrell Davis. He's one of my favorite backs.
I just think
he was too short.
And the reason I say that is because his career was a true snapshot. It really was like, okay, he was a freshman or a college tenure player in the NFL.
Yeah.
4 years, boom. He played freshman to senior year.
And I just think that's too short to get into the Hall of Fame. Because as other Hall of Famers say, it ain't the Hall of Good. It's the Hall of Fame.
Because then you got to add guys like Priest Holmes.
If you're going to take a snapshot.
Sean Alexander. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we talking about. I'm sorry. I know we,
Priest something else.
I'm sorry.
Of
That's
course.
what I'm saying. Right.
But it was too short.
You're right.
It was too short. And Priest was something else.
Yes, he was.
But
Sean Alexander, too.
And you know who else was something else? Chris Johnson. CJ2K. But you know what? Robert Smith.
Larry Johnson was something else.
Larry Johnson. But the thing with Larry.
Fuck that nigga.
Is Larry came. Yeah, he used to. You know what I don't like about Larry Johnson? He used to beat on my girl.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Jalissa.
Fuck that nigga.
Yeah, so you know.
Anybody that's whooping up on
women. We did say that too. We got you for the MVP for Giannis.
Anybody whooping up on women, fuck them.
Yeah. But Larry, the reason I wouldn't put Larry is because Larry, now it wasn't his fault, because when he first came in, Priest was the man.
Yeah,
so his joint kind of got delayed, and then that kind of they just the way running backs work just started to be different.
It's a whole bunch of backs that you could talk about. You could talk about Larry. You could talk about Priest, Sean Alexander. You could talk about Jamal Lewis.
Yeah.
You could talk about the years that Eddie George had. You know,
Eddie George was a little longer than those guys, though. And, and I'm not just saying that because he went to Ohio State. But
who thought about a little bit in there.
No.
Who thought about that? You know, right? Like,
and the only reason I would hold Eddie George out of the Hall of Fame is because he got worn down by the worst coach in NFL history.
That's not his fault.
No, that's not. It's not Eddie George's fault, but Eddie George got to reap. You know, he got to reap that.
But like I said, the coach that you're talking about, he is top 10 in winning coaches of all time.
Yeah, what is he in losses?
I'm not just saying.
What is he in losses?
Yeah,
he's up there. He's up there. But
Oh,
Look,
yeah,
this is the same dude that hate Marvin Lewis, man. Let's move on.
Yeah, man.
yeah, I mean, come on. I don't hate Marvin Lewis, but let's call a spade a
stop.
spade. Come on now. One fucking playoff.
Wait,
win,
is that
stop
a
it.
racial joke? Did you just say?
All right, shout out to OK Thomas, who said my number one would be Kojak Avita when he beat up Omar McKenna. Try to flex a factor. Now, this is one of the things you have
That's
to
got to be a high joint.
It is a high joke.
That's got to be a high joint.
Now I can't say on air the words that Coach Ack was saying because those are the type of stuff that get you canceled. Now,
Well, wait.
but he dropped a lot of F-bombs and it wasn't fun.
Listen. Just to comfort the audience, it was white on white.
It was
Okay.
white on white. Yes, it was.
I just want to let you know. I just want to say that. I just want to put it out there.
While
Yo.
Omar McCann, not Omar Thomas, while Omar McCann is getting punched in the face under the helmet by our head coach, he going, "Act what I say." He going, "Act what I say." And Ack's like, "I'm not." Again, I can't repeat, but one of the key phrases I can take, "I'm not one of your fucking little friends." But you know,
Allegedly.
allegedly.
Because there's no video.
Right. Allegedly.
Because he's still coaching
Hold
and
on.
teaching.
I love that.
Me too.
I love that.
Me too.
I'm just saying.
Have you seen Act lately?
You ain't never had
Yes.
no problems with that.
This motherfucker looks like he works out every day. He don't
Yeah.
even look like he's 53 years
Nah,
old.
it don't.
It's crazy.
As a matter of fact, I was just on the phone with Ack, a couple months ago when we was trying to, finagle some stuff, and he was trying to help me finagle. I fucks with Ack. Hey, listen, Coastal Queen beat up Petey
Allegedly.
and Cheese.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Because they,
Nah, them shit ain't alleged. I was dead.
No. They are
I
still
know.
acting
Alleged.
coaches.
All
It's
right,
on tape.
Acting.
There
We
is
got
no-
the tape.
Allegedly this happened, okay? Coastal Queen's doing great things.
Yo,
He works in a-
Mr. A and Coach Sagnella was trying to jump Big H. I was there.
Allegedly. These guys are still active
No,
in their profession.
that's on tape.
Nah, it's not on tape.
That's on tape.
It's not on tape.
Oh, shit.
I know Mr. A. I know Mr. A slammed TJ on the fucking copy machine in the office.
He
I know.
tripped.
Somebody
I
got
know.
slammed on a copy machine.
I know. Coach the Queen tried to choke out Jason Freeney in the weight room.
Hey, Freedy. Freedy. That's not alleged.
I ain't going to tell you what my aunt brought to that meeting. I'm just saying. I ain't going to say what was in that purse. But anyway.
She bought that thing.
Listen, man. It got heat. You see
Yo.
that heat next to you?
Fam,
hot.
when I'm telling you,
I was the first one to say get the strap.
For real. She had it.
get the gap. Anyway, I'll tell you this: if today we were in high school and all the things that happened in our high school happened,
Please.
there would be. I guarantee it wouldn't be a staff.
Y'all
No.
would have been
At
in
high.
Sports Center.
No.
No. It wouldn't be a staff. And I'm talking coaches, teachers. It would not be a staff because teachers was beating up kids just as.
I got to turn Chris mic down, man. Chris over here. Chris about to get some niggas' career ended.
Just so
Fuck high. I don't give a fuck about high.
I love high, man. I love high, man.
just
I
so
love high.
just so everybody understands, the views of Chris G
Yeah,
are not the
solely
views.
of Chris G and not Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast. Just let y'all know right now.
Yo, niggas get beat up every day in high, B.
You tough, right?
Yo, buy staffs.
It was called tough love, okay? It's called tough love.
That's what you call it.
Tough love.
Man,
DCF has another term for that right now.
Yo, man, I never got into a physical fight. Like a Well, I did move a teacher, like picked him up and moved him.
Oh, wow.
But
Who?
Mr. Petrelli.
Fuck that nigga. Fuck that nigga, man.
But yo, I think nose to nose, nose to nose, ready to scrap with a teacher. Coach A broke one of them up when me and Coach Roch was about to fight.
Oh, yeah. You want some of this, Chris, huh?
I
Oh,
wanted
you think
some.
you are a superstar?
Let me tell you something. I was in his face. He was like, "You want a piece of this?" And I was like, "I want a piece." I was like, "I want a piece."
Yo.
The lunch bell just rang, and I want some.
Again,
Wow.
Again, the stuff that went on at
Wow.
Hyde, allegedly.
Hyde.
Now,
That's why that shit ain't around no more.
well, there was a reunion coming out. I plan to go to that. I didn't have a problem with Hyde, personally. I mean,
All I know is you better take them gloves on the wall.
nah, that teacher ain't gonna be there. Teacher ain't gonna be there. So I do want to talk about a topic that I don't know. Let me look into the mirror. Let me look into the camera.
Here you go. Here you go.
I just want to let you, damn Dallas Cowboy fans, know. Okay, I know you guys started this shit. I know it. Tom Brady's not going to the 49ers. I don't give a damn Who told y'all this? But he's not going to the 49ers. We don't
Yes,
need him.
He is.
No, he's not.
he is.
Would we love him
Gis-
5 years
Giselle
ago? Of
wants
course.
some wine and some nice
She can go to
weather.
Napa Valley if she want to
Yeah,
come
yeah,
to a game.
yeah.
But Tom Brady ain't going to the
Yeah.
49ers. We don't need him.
How far is San Francisco from Napa Valley?
Mm.
Is that far?
It's
Not
right
that
there.
far.
It's right
that
there.
far.
But they can visit. That don't mean that he's going to be a Niner.
This might be the first time in NFL history that the person that used to back up a star quarterback got traded to a team. That quarterback gets traded to that team, only for that quarterback to go back to his old team.
This some more.
This would be perfect.
This some more Marvel shit
and,
right here.
and Bill would love it.
Yeah, he would love it.
Bill would absolutely
But we
love it.
don't need Tom. And again, if anyone know, Tom Brady is my godfather.
Boy.
I talked to Tom Brady last
Boy.
night. I said, Tom. He said, listen, all this is false. All right, don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
This is not even
That's,
real.
that's
Don't give me this because Tom don't got no
real.
Boston accent. Get
Yeah.
that shit the fuck out of
He
here.
did not
It's not
say
a Boston
that.
accent, but Tom Brady just talk
He
like
did
this, all
not
right?
say that. That's
It's
not
fake.
what Dana White said.
It's
when he
fake.
put him on the phone.
Listen, all that is fake. Who started this?
Yo,
You know
Who started
You know who
this?
started it? The person who wear the real pants in that relationship, Griselle.
Grizel,
She doesn't-
Giselle.
she doesn't
And we
want
ain't
to
talking
go-
about Grizel, the rap duo.
Boom, 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 boom. But anyway, she
I
doesn't want to
do
go
fucks with
to
them young
San.
boys.
Yeah. She
Yeah.
doesn't want to go. Like he doesn't need to be in San Francisco. Like
He
he,
needs
doesn't.
to be wherever Giselle wants to
Bruh.
be.
But she
okay?
doesn't want him to be there.
Okay, so
Alright.
let's get to the meat of the
They bought
conversation.
the house in New York.
Let's
That's where
get
they're
the.
gonna be.
Come on, man, stop.
That's where they're
that.
going to be in New York.
Let's get the meat of the conversation.
So I guess he's going to the
If
Jets.
Tom Brady wants to go to the 49ers, are you going to say no as a fan?
Yes, I will.
You's a
I
goddamn.
don't believe that.
Yo,
I don't believe
Yo.
that.
hold on, check it out.
Yo,
check
I'm
it
going to
out.
head out.
Check it out. No, here, no, seriously, right? Because you gotta remember,
No,
if we get rid of Jimmy G, and Tom Brady got another year and a half, maybe, right? Then who do we replace?
You wouldn't get rid of Jimmy. First of all,
No.
Let's
no,
hold
for Tom
on.
Brady,
Let's say this.
He's
Let's-
43 years old.
Let's make this very, very clear, right?
Please do.
When the 49ers lost Jimmy G almost now 2 years ago, right? They were fine with Mr. Mullins. They were fine to the point where they won
Did you
the
see our
last.
record?
They won the last 5 games of that season with him under center.
No,
Don't-
Jimmy G.
No, it wasn't. Jimmy was not there,
We was 4-12
bro.
without Jimmy G.
Okay, listen.
4-12.
I'm trying to tell you this.
I don't know. I don't watch the Niners.
They are fine
No,
with what
we're-
they have in
listen,
the stable
listen,
if they can get a Tom
Listen,
Brady.
We won 4 games without Jimmy G.
We're not talking about Nick Foles here.
We won 4
We're talking
games.
about Tom Brady.
Don't listen. Let me
Okay.
say. Listen. Let me just say this.
All right,
Tom Brady. As
Chris.
much as I love Tom Brady,
Chris, I'm gonna head out. Yo.
again, as much as I love Tom Brady, but you gotta remember, if we're going to be a successful organization, it can't be one and done. It can't be. It can't be.
Those are true statements.
Look at the Broncos. Now, if you said Aaron Rodgers, I said, okay, come on now.
Peyton gave them 2 years,
No, Payton gave him 4.
but I mean 2 years they got to the Super Bowl, right?
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Out of the 4 years, they got to the Super Bowl
Twice, and they won one. But now what?
They've been a disaster ever since.
But here's the thing. You're talking about the Denver Broncos that had a totally different makeup of their team.
But again, they needed Peyton.
Their young
They
core,
needed Peyton. We
their
don't need
young
Tom
core
Brady.
was way different than what the 49ers had.
Listen. As much as I would love to have
Okay.
Tom Brady on the 49ers, if we didn't
Alright,
have
bro.
a quarterback, if this was 2 years ago, Ruck, I would have said yes, bring him in.
Okay.
But I don't feel we don't need Tom Brady.
So you and the rest, okay.
We don't
So
need Tom
Let
Brady.
me ask you, because I already know. So you as an ex-49ers fan, right? You witnessing what the 49ers just did this year.
Right.
Right? In their division that potentially can get better because the Rams are done with their Super Bowl hangover. They have some decent pieces.
Decent.
Their defense is still stout, right? The Cardinals are the Cardinals, but Kyler did play well.
Yeah.
The Seahawks proved that they are the Achilles heel to the 49ers in some senses.
A little bit.
You still willing to bet that he can take you through that division and the NFC to get you back to the Super Bowl?
We're talking about
Tom Brady.
No, we talking about Jimmy G.
Jimmy G.
Yeah.
It's a gamble.
Yeah.
It's a gamble.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't leverage my future for Tom Brady at this state in his career.
Wait.
I'm not saying leverage the future.
Well,
Wait,
but I
Ruff.
feel like
But do you believe that Jimmy is the future?
Yes. Let me tell you why.
I think that is to be
I ain't talking
determined.
to you right
No,
now.
no.
I ain't talking to you
I
right
think that is to be determined.
Yes, it is. But
that is to be determined
but now, right.
whether he's the future or not.
Right.
But what I won't do
Not Tom Brady.
is leverage him for Tom Brady. That I won't do.
Right.
I'm not saying that if a different, younger
Yes.
quarterback was available,
I agree.
that conversation
agree.
could be had. But just me personally, Tom Brady, what I saw last year, I know everybody's trying to make it if the pieces around him. I don't believe that. That's part of it. But I've been seeing a steady decline.
Yes.
Yo, if you even go
He's
back
on the cliff.
If you even go back and look at that Rams Super Bowl, he
Yes.
was horrible. He was horrible until the very end.
Let's not forget that season. People was like, Tom Brady's done.
Yeah.
Remember that season. And let's
Yes.
not forget. So now, to your point, right? So you said, would I take Tom Brady over Jimmy G? No, here's why. When Jimmy G came as a starter from New England, he won 6 straight games, right? Now he had that season where he got hurt, so it's like, all right, cool. I mean, there's nothing you can do about that. But again, last season, what he was able to do. Now I know people are looking at like, oh yeah, but we here and win. But if you look at what he was able to do in that gauntlet of the division, and still come with what 3 losses?
Okay.
I'll take that.
Listen, here's
take that.
another piece of it.
I'll take
right?
that. I'm not taking Tom Brady right now.
Here's another piece of it that I think gets overshadowed, right? With Tom Brady and who he is and everything, right? Bill Belichick and his system is bar none amazing.
Right.
Right?
You can put anybody in there.
But you cannot debate the facts that even in that system, as great as it is, Tom's performances have been stellar. Except for the last couple years that he's been on decline.
That's the problem.
Tom has done some things, which is the problem.
That's the problem.
He's still got a couple tricks in the bag, so he can get some things
But
done.
his tricks not enough for us.
Okay, but even my biggest problem is not even the quarterback position with the 49ers. It really isn't.
Who's he going to throw to outside of Kittle?
It's
Outside of Kittle.
It's not even that. My biggest problem with the 49ers is your head coach and your play calling. Because he has
I agree.
always proven to me that when the game is on the line and when it get tight, he fuck it up.
Yeah. So
He did the same thing to Atlanta that he did this last year.
Whoa. Blame a lot of that too on Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan, yeah,
But
I
yes,
know. I know how you
yes,
feel
yes.
about Matt Ryan. So
I'll say this though.
And in a copycat league, you don't think now you're talking about a year plus of tape.
Well, look, I mean, yeah, it's a year plus of tape. I'll say this. There's no way that the Niners, and I think you would agree, and if you know football, you agree. I think there's no
So you
way.
better agree.
I think there's no way that the Niners are excited for Jimmy G going to the future as they were when they had Colin Kaepernick and they were looking towards the future. I think they were definitely more excited when they had Colin
Okay,
and
yes.
at that stage when they had
Yeah.
just lost and it was like, oh, we got you know what I mean? It seemed like now the thing with I think with Jimmy G, and it's yet to be proven. Listen, he had that really good game against the Saints where I said, all right, if you need him to win you, it's in him. Whether he can get that all the time, that's up for debate. But I know it's in him. But going forward, you're just gonna, you don't feel like he's the guy. You know, he's a guy and he's a good guy.
right.
But you definitely don't feel like he's the guy.
And I think one of the things that people are looking at, right? And I know 49ers fans are saying, listen, we need receivers. We got to get Debo more involved.
Do
we
they
got to do
need
something.
receivers?
So here, this is my
Do they?
point. And I think the reason that they're taking this flyer on time is because they know if anybody can get more production out of subpar, it's going to be him more than Jimmy. That's why I think they're even interested.
Whoa, yeah.
I think they're interested just because of that.
No, 4 or 5 years ago, yeah, but we seen what he
Yes.
do with subpar
No,
this
listen,
year.
I
just don't think he's that guy anymore.
I agree, but what I'm saying is even if you look at the Saints game, if we roll back the tape and look at the Saints game, right, and we say Jimmy got it done, there were 2 people that he pretty much got it done with, Kittles and Debo. Same 2 plays.
But also,
That's what he did.
But also, you got to also look at when we lost to the Seahawks. Jimmy G put us in so many predicaments to win, but nobody could catch nothing. Again, Jimmy G has been playing very consistent throughout the season. Jimmy G to me did not have like a horrible game this year where you're like, come on, Jimmy, what are you doing? He had some games where he wasn't taking over, but he didn't have like a horrible game where I'm like, yo, come on, fam. Yo, you need to sit down. And I'm serious. And I would not leverage Tom Brady, 43 years old, at this point to play for the 49ers because, again, if Tom Brady gets hurt, what do we have? What do we have? Now,
I
again,
don't know who your backup is.
exactly.
It's Mullins.
But again, after that, then what? But again, with Jimmy G, you can get some pieces and you can get some guys to sit, learn the system. Tom Brady come in for what, a year and a half, and then he's out. He's out.
What pieces y'all trying to get?
Well, I think that we definitely need another receiver to complement Kittles. That's just how I feel.
How?
Because
you got Emmanuel Sanders.
Okay,
but you
now
got
you saying you
Debo.
gonna
but
get rid of him.
Emmanuel Sanders, we still don't know if he want to be with the Niners because he's even talking about going to the Jets. That's what the reports are.
So you want to talk about something? Talk about money. He'll stay. Talk about money. You just got to get to this one comment though. Your boy Steven C said we need a new quarterback and head coach.
Come on, Steve. You're talking. Come on now. Come on now. Nah, hell no. Come on now. Come on now. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. You're tripping now.
You done gone too far now, dog.
Listen.
Come on, man.
Don't
chop the head coach and quarterback off. Don't do it.
Say what you will, man. Shanahan again, he is proving that he is exactly who we thought he was. His father's son.
Listen.
And his father did the same thing at every pit stop he went to.
But it took a while, but he got there.
He got lucky in Denver.
You could call it luck.
No, but what I'm saying is, listen, you gonna run it into the ground.
Again, here's my thing.
You're gonna run that system into the ground.
I need another season or so to really say, yo, Kyle, get out of here. I'm not just gonna throw the baby out with the bathwater. All right. Did he make some bonehead calls? Yes, he did. But I still am optimistic about the 49ers at this point.
I'm going to tell you this right now.
I'm just saying.
You know what? I don't even like the 49ers. But I'm going to tell you this right here. If Jimmy G make that pass to Emmanuel Sanders when he beat the coverage, we're not having this conversation.
Exactly.
We're not having this conversation. So, listen, you can bash Jimmy G all you want.
I'm not.
And I'm not you.
Right.
People can bash Jimmy G all they want. I'm telling you right now, Shanahan is the guy. He's the guy. I understand what you're saying.
Why would you let him go?
I understand what you're saying, but my problem with what you're saying is I put a lot of that on Matt Ryan. Because he eat peanut butter sandwiches like they're going out of style. No
I wish
milk.
I had that audio.
No milk.
Because I'll never forget Chris said Matt Ryan is going to Matt Ryan. I said, come on. And then they were up 28-3. And I said, Chris, he said, just you wait. Watch. And my goodness, I think
Mind
Chris.
you, I wasn't watching the game.
Nah.
He just told me the score, and I said,
Don't
Matt
worry.
Ryan going Matt Ryan, because I know Matt Ryan. Because back when I used to be a 49er fan, I remember when he Matt Ryan'd against the Niners at home.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
Up, 21, 23? It was an odd score.
Yeah.
It was 17 or 18 or something like that. They were up, and they let the Niners come back on them at home in the NFC Championship game. I said, I know it's in him to choke because he don't like milk.
But again, but what I'm saying, Russ,
Let's see.
we don't need Tom Brady at this juncture.
Listen, I understand it, but I think there are at least 20 other teams in the league that are willing to take a flyer on him.
Who's that? What Steven C said?
Steven C said Super Bowl was a terrible game for Jimmy G. That's the problem. Can't keep repeating yourself.
Tom Brady had a terrible game too. Go ahead.
He stops the game plan, get rid of both of them, and that's my team.
See,
I just don't understand.
I don't understand why
I don't understand.
What are you talking about?
Literally, you just made it to the Super Bowl and you ready to rebuild?
That's what I'm saying.
You ready to rebuild after losing a game in the Super Bowl that you could have won if Jimmy G makes that pass to Emmanuel. It was a whole, or if your vaunted defense showed up and really did what they. You know what? Back when I was a Niner fan, we had real defense. Yeah. Okay? That when that defense said we was going to shut you down, we shut you down.
Patrick Willis.
Well, not against the Raiders.
That was Patrick Willis. Oh, but hold on, no. But yeah, Because after the lights went out, we shut them down.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Shut them down once the defense get.
They should have ran the ball. We shouldn't have been passing to the end zone 4 times. We should have ran the ball. Frank Gore got us down there. Let Frank do his
Well,
thing.
look, I think Harbaugh went a little too Colin happy
Yes, he
after the performance he had put in against Green Bay.
Yes.
I think he was feeling
Which
it.
was
my-
unbelievable. It
but
was unbelievable.
My condolences.
It was unbelievable.
I remember watching that game
Like,
on Fridays, and I was
like,
just at
wow.
I was at my sister's house.
But hold on, though.
Yeah.
But that was a game.
I was
mean,
mad as hell. But it was great.
Before it wasn't. Him and Aaron were just going. It was touchdown.
Yeah.
touchdown. It was like, oh man,
and then-
that's the over.
And then he went Super Saiyan
Yeah,
on Clay Matthews,
He
and
surely
it
did.
became
Yeah.
but he did go a little too heavy.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he got back, you know who did the same thing? Another dumb coach, Steve Fisher. Jeff
Mm-hmm.
Fisher, I'm sorry. Because remember with the Rams, for some odd
Mm-hmm.
reason, he
Yep.
out here, not that I don't like Steve McNair, but they didn't have the receivers to
Mm-hmm.
be playing like that. As soon as he stopped the bullshit and just gave it to Eddie Jordan, Eddie
They
just
started winning.
marched them back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, play within yourself.
So it just I hear what you're saying. I understand the age, but I stand firm on there are a number of teams
Yes.
that would take the flyer on Tom Brady, and Tom Brady could write his ticket on where he
But
wants to
again,
go.
there are teams that you're saying who wasn't in the Super
Yeah,
Bowl.
but I just
That's what I'm
I
saying.
really feel like this. If there was some breaking news that came out right now that Tom Brady said that he wanted to be a San Francisco 49er. I'm
Now,
sorry,
hold
bro.
on.
Now.
Get
You
Steven
you moving something out of there.
What do you say?
Steven, so since you got all the answers,
Call
Steven,
in, Steve. Call in.
How, Sway?
either call in or tell me, since you want to throw away Jimmy G and Shanahan, who you replacing them with? And mind the way, don't give me no hypotheticals like you just said to me. Who is available
Right.
as a coach and a quarterback for y'all to get for you to be happy?
Right.
And then if they lose, do you want to get rid of them too?
Right. Again, if we had a horrible season, then we like, yo, fuck, we gotta make some change. We don't need to make changes. We just need to make adjustments. Adjustments and changes is two different things. We just need to make adjustments.
You know why I want to go? I know why, Steven, because I like Steven. I know why you want to get rid of him, because it ain't your money. It ain't your money. So it's easy to just throw away $100
Right.
million here and $50 million here. It's just like,
And then,
fuck it.
so again, now, deep down inside, would I love Tom Brady? Of course I would love to see him.
I know.
Fan.
I
I would
know.
love to buy a Tom Brady 49ers jersey.
I know you
but
would.
let me be real, though. Like Chris said, we're going to give Tom Brady that money, and then he get hurt, and then what? I'll wait. We get Tom Brady. Now we have a mediocre season because Tom Brady's shoulder messed up. Then what?
I
At
feel you.
least when Peyton Manning went to the Broncos, he was 38.
37, I thought.
Here's the thing.
He has some meat on the bone.
has some meat on the bone.
So here's the thing though.
Sure.
Here's another part of the discussion, right? What will not happen? Y'all will not be able to have a bad season with Jimmy after the Super Bowl, and y'all be able to keep everybody that's there.
Fact.
Yeah.
Now that's fact.
I mean,
You did. Let me tell you right now.
I mean,
Man,
Kyle
we talking
Shanahan,
You know
right.
football.
Jimmy G, they are not, and I repeat, are not Todd McShay and Jared Goff. They are not.
No.
That ownership group is not going to stand for it, and I guarantee you, if y'all have the Super Bowl hangover, you going to wish
Question.
that you took a flyer.
No, we not.
You going to wish.
Tom Brady's not that flyer for us.
Question.
Okay.
He's not that flyer.
When
Right.
you say that they're not they're not Sean McVay and they're not Jared Goff, who do you think is better?
What, in terms of
Those two combos. What's the better combo? Combo number one or combo number two?
unfortunately, because I am not a huge Jared Goff fan, unfortunately, I'm still going to say the Rams. Because I think McVay's system is more multifaceted than Shanahan's system. And I think it proves more for longevity for them. That's just what I see.
Now again,
But you don't
now-
like Jared Goff
Right.
over
No,
for
I
Buffalo.
You like-
I really don't like Jared Goff, but if I had to choose between Jared and Jimmy, I'm gonna take Jared.
Hell no. Hell no.
I'm gonna take Jared.
We can have a
Watch
conversation
this,
about
watch
the
this. Watch this. Now, this is gonna be the tiebreaker this season.
I'm just saying
because
Yeah.
because let's not forget they both lost in the Super Bowl. So now we're gonna see who's gonna come out victorious. So now it's gonna be the tiebreaker.
and the reason I say that is this, right?
But I'm not taking Jared Goff. I'm
not taking
I'm
Jared
not.
Goff.
taking-
Listen,
we
it's-
can have a conversation about McVay.
It's not the fact that and the reason I say that is this. Physically, I think Jared has more physical talents than Jimmy does, right? But if you both need them to play the same position and manage the game, they can both do that. But I think McVay's plan is going to be better suited for what the Rams have. Because Kyle Shanahan, I think he's going to run the same thing. If it's not a stretch left or a stretch right, if it's not a counter, or if it's not something that is misdirection that's swinging a tight end out the backside, what else have you seen from your offense?
You talking about from Shanahan?
Yeah, what else have you seen?
I've seen Shanahan.
Go ahead, Chris.
I've seen Shanahan deal with 3 different star quarterbacks in 3 different ways. RG3, we saw what he put together.
Yes.
We saw what he put together
Yes.
for RG3, and before
That was a dynamic package.
and before the injury,
ahead.
He was on a rocket ship.
Yes.
RG3.
Yes.
Then, unfortunately,
Matt Ryan.
we saw the MVP season he managed with Matt Ryan and those 2 running back and the godsend
That is
of wide
Julio.
receivers. That is Julio.
That is
Jones.
Julio. Yes.
We saw what he did. And now we see with not one offensive player as talented as he had on any of those 2 teams. He's doing similar things. Now listen.
Go ahead.
I like
you
Sean.
don't say
I like
it's more. You don't say it's more of the system.
Wait.
Listen,
Hold on. Because also you have to remember that we played with 4 running backs. We played with 4 running backs. So for him to get
But
4
that-
running backs involved,
but that system is set up for that. Think about
But
it.
again,
that I will
that-
agree with.
okay,
The
that's
zone
it.
running, yeah.
Come-
okay.
Listen.
How many does Daddy have?
You just talked. We just talked about it. How do you think Terrell Davis had that 4-year snapshot from his daddy?
Again, but for him to mix and match,
How do you think Clinton Portis started his rise as a Washington Redskin and a Denver Bronco? His daddy, So the system, it's a stretch play. It's
It's
zone
zone
blocking and it's a stretch play.
simple.
But
Keep
it's
it
not
simple.
But again,
But you don't have to do all that to win.
and
That's what I'm saying.
I would
Like,
also
I
I would
don't
also
need
highlight
you to
Alfred
be,
Morris
you know,
in that too.
right. That's what I'm saying.
But what he was able to do.
So with backs, he gonna make that happen.
I'm not gonna argue with the backs.
Okay.
The backs
Okay.
thing.
Is he the quarterback whisperer?
I'm not saying he the quarterback whisperer, but I'm saying he put a package together to
win.
make
With
RG3
a running quarterback.
very true. And then he did it with a stationary quarterback with Matt Ryan.
But
And now he's got a
But he had a stationary quarterback. Now listen, I know Matt Ryan, and I totally agree that Matt Ryan eats those peanut butter sandwiches. But you cannot doubt the boy's physical tools. He can get rid of the ball, he can make it accurate, and he can make subpar. Listen, all right, I
Matt
put it
Ryan
to you.
on the franchise line,
I
I'll
put it
give
to you
you
like
that.
this. Julio, we know, right?
we trust too.
Julio, we know
And
and we
he hasn't
trust.
been utilized.
But I tell you like this, Mohamed Sanu was great in that offense.
He's great in that offense.
You can't even really name the tight end, but they were great in that offense, right? So he had a different skill set. Now, if you're telling me that he can be the same thing with Jimmy, when Jimmy predominantly throughout the season, it was either Debo on swing passes, right? Or Kittle on that same, it's either angle route or deep post. What else did they do?
I got a question for you, Ruck.
What else did Jimmy do?
Okay, but I understand you said
Zone
but,
blocking, obviously.
Yeah.
And then as far as Jimmy does, they do a lot of those,
Right.
what I like to label as scat passes
Mm-hmm.
around. There's no doubt about that.
Okay, but I don't
that's
have
his,
to-
But
right.
that's his attribute. I'm just saying, RG3 wasn't, even though he was very accurate in college, he wasn't so accurate, but he was really good on the deep ball. So they did a lot of deep ball stuff, and he was very athletic, so you was able to freeze people up. Hence, then Matt Ryan comes in, not athletic at all, but very accurate. So they
Yes.
did timing, routes, and also they got fucking Julio Jones.
Yeah, but the same thing. That's why I say Jared Goff. Say what you want about him, but what he did, and if you look at the numbers, Jared Goff in that offense is highly productive.
That's nice.
Highly productive.
But again, when you're talking about winning, Jimmy has been winning since he's been a starter.
Yeah, we talked about basketball already, Steve.
That's what I'm saying. He has been a winner since he's been a starter.
Okay.
Jimmy?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. I mean,
right.
listen, there's nothing that Jimmy does other than date porn
Again,
stars that make you go, oh,
right.
wow.
It's
It's nothing that's like just, it's going to
He's not like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take him. He's gonna be the franchise quarterback. But what I'm saying is,
But that's what they're saying.
But what I'm saying to my point is, I'm not gonna take Tom Brady over Jimmy G right now.
Right.
No,
Exactly.
5
That's the
years
point.
ago,
I
yeah.
agree with that.
But
I totally agree.
But
with
what
that.
I'm saying is that I will ride Jimmy G until there is no more because he has not shown me anything that's like, yo, Jimmy G, what the fuck? Even when he throws interception, he find a way to come back.
Okay, so
You know?
let me ask my final question about this. Right?
Please do.
Rank the quarterbacks in that division, 1 to 4.
1 to
Russell.
4. Russell. A big gap. And I mean a big gap.
Yes.
Okay.
Then I would say going forward or right now?
Right now.
All right. I would say Russell, big gap, Jimmy, Jared, Kyler. Going forward though, I would say Russell,
Kyler.
not such a big gap, but a gap, Kyler, and then them two could duke it out.
Then they
Them
gotta
two
fight
could-
it
Them
out.
two do duke it out for sure.
Again,
Okay.
I'm not disagreeing with you, Ruck.
No,
But-
listen. you know me.
But,
I love
right.
it. Hey,
But my thing is,
I'm just saying.
like coach, like any coach said, keep it simple, stupid, and
Mm-hmm.
we keep it simple. When we needed to win, like that New Orleans game,
Mm-hmm.
that's
Had to
when
have
we was bringing out some shit. I'm like, yo, I didn't think we was gonna do that
Mm-hmm.
shit. I mean, running backs out the backfield, trick play. We brought it out, and the reason why a lot of quarterbacks are successful in that system because, like Chris said, it's simple. It's simple. We're going to use you to your. If you can throw the deep ball, we're gonna get you the deep passes. If you're a time accurate QB, we're gonna get you. Jimmy G understands. I'm not going deep all the time, but I need my safety valve. You know what I
Okay.
mean? To me, to me, I feel better with him more than I do Alex Smith because Alex Smith played not to lose. He didn't play to win all the time because he was too safe. Jimmy G, he might throw interception and be like, yo, don't worry, I got y'all. And he'll get you on the back end. You know what I'm saying? Now, again, he's not pretty. The numbers don't say it. But when you look at the winning percentage, you want the numbers or winning because if you want the numbers, then you're going to take Matt Ryan.
No, I want
know what I'm
to
saying?
win.
Well, I don't
I
know.
definitely
It.
wanna
I
win.
think if Alex Smith was in that Super Bowl, this year's Super Bowl, might
He
have
gets
won.
it done.
I don't know,
and the
man.
only reason-
Hell
and
no.
I'm gonna tell you
He gets
why.
it done.
And I'm gonna tell you
Nah,
why.
he didn't get it done.
No.
He's a different threat.
I think he
No,
gets
he's not.
this Super Bowl done because I'm gonna tell you why. Even though I agree with you, he plays not to lose. Playing not to lose might have would have worked for y'all this year because he wouldn't have had any of those interceptions.
Yes, I agree.
And
Yeah, I agree.
And
Yes.
I got to give, even though he plays it safe, if it's there.
He's running it.
No. I'm not even going to run apart. I'm going to the thing that decided this game. When Emmanuel Sanders broke pass, it was wide open.
Yeah.
He
makes that
He
throw.
makes that throw. It's just not
makes
even
that.
not even a question in my head.
Vernon
He makes that
Davis.
throw. Vernon Davis, exactly. He makes that.
He
You know
makes
why?
that throw.
Because he goes, oh, it's there. Nobody's around. I don't have to play. I mean, I'm playing it safe because
Yep.
he's wide open. So here you go.
He's gonna stand
I'm
there
just
and make
saying.
that throw. He's gonna be different
Again,
so,
this year.
just
I
saying.
get you.
So
I agree.
I'm
again,
just saying. I just
We
really
don't need
believe.
Tom Brady right now.
No,
We don't need
listen.
Tom Brady.
I know y'all don't. I know a lot of people won't like it, but I'm just saying.
I think-
I would love to see what John Lynch says if he says I want to be a 49er. I would love to see
Yes.
it.
Now that's tough.
It would be good. It would be good TV.
That's tough.
I would love to see it.
But again, again, I would love to. I can debate what coulda, shoulda, woulda, but I'm looking at Tom Brady now versus then. Yeah, he gonna provide you with the leadership, but can he get it done on the field?
I don't know.
That's
I don't
the
know.
thing.
Here's the thing. Tom Brady, now we can get into some real good stuff. Things I really like to say. Tom Brady been coasting on the AFC East, feasting for years. All right? The NFC West is a dogfight.
Yeah.
A dogfight. And I gotta be honest with you. He hasn't. He does not have a good record when he don't got home field advantage.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like he ain't a road warrior.
Very true.
And I don't know what it would be like for him if he got to play the Rams twice. He's got to play the Seahawks twice.
Green Bay.
He's got to play Green Bay. He's got to, and then when you get into the playoff, you ain't gonna have this easy go because it's like the AFC is this. Even though they produce the winners, it's most of the time 2 to only 3 good teams in the AFC at a time. When it was Peyton's era, it was Peyton was good, Tom was good, and Big Ben was good. And Big Ben and Joe Flacco would swap when they were good enough.
Yep.
You had moments when the Jets defense was good enough to, get to an AFC championship game, but that's it. I don't know if Tom Brady, I know everybody love to call him the GOAT, hashtag not my GOAT. I know everybody like to think of him as this just great beyond, and it's not his fault that he's in the AFC East. He ain't choose to be there. But he is there. And he's been feasting on it for years. I don't know how he would do in a division where it's a dogfight every week.
Especially at this age.
Especially at this age, when you just can't bank 6 wins every year because you know they can't ride with you. I mean, occasionally you go 5-1 because Miami come out with the Wildcat or, the Jets defense is really good that year. Occasionally. No. I think not, Mike.
Listen,
I think not.
I agree. But I tell you one thing, too, that happens. 2 teams, right? When teams go to the Super Bowl and they lose, the year after, they make moves in which they overcompensate everything. See the Rams. See the Rams.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we don't.
So, again, this is why I'm saying it, because it's not even the fact of it's just a Kyle Shanahan type of thing. But listen, John Lynch is real fresh in this too. So that's why I say it's just like, again, it's just like LeBron finishes this year with the Lakers, right? We know he still got the deal. AD decides, I want to go home to Chicago. I want to be in the Chi, right? If LeBron goes to any other meeting and says, you know what? I would love to be a Milwaukee Buck. What? You don't think that they... And again,
That's
you're looking...
though.
That's different.
No, listen. I understand that it's different, but then you're still basketball-wise looking at somebody... Damn, bro, you gonna be what, 36 by the time Christmas hit?
But if Tom Brady,
I know it's different, but I'm just saying the allure. You can't tell me that the allure is not gonna have.
Tom Brady ain't playing like LeBron playing right now.
But we can't talk about allure if we just went to the Super Bowl. If we were like,
what else y'all talking about?
If we were like 6-10, then it's like, yo,
let me tell you this.
Maybe we need to make some moves.
Let me tell you this. If it's one thing that has always been proven in sports, right? When you go to the Super Bowl, whether you win or you lose, top to bottom, everything is dedicated to getting back to the Super Bowl.
Of course.
Right?
That's everybody.
So again, everybody reaches with something, some type of move. I'm just telling y'all, I agree. Tom is past his prime. I don't think y'all have the weapons that he would need or could use to be successful. But I'm telling you, just like some of them chicks y'all see on Instagram, they be ready to make you risk it all. I'm telling you, B. It can happen. Don't sit here and think it can't happen.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen.
If he
I'm not
come out,
saying it can't happen. What I'm saying is
just
we don't need him.
Just like people didn't think that nothing. People probably had an idea that LeBron was going to LA, but people were still holding on hope. They was like, yo, Cleveland, he just brought one back, blah blah blah. No. Until that nigga got off that plane, then they was like, oh.
Well,
it's real.
Steven C said, if Giannis went to Golden State, now that's different.
Yeah,
that's different.
Giannis could do that too.
No, he could, and I'm not saying that he won't. Matter of fact, let's get into it because I did want to get into some Steph Curry coming back for the Warriors.
Free Chipotle,
which you shouldn't have.
Free Chipotle. Why not? Here's the thing. Why I don't understand why he shouldn't have come. And this is the argument I was having with Dave. This wasn't an ACL tear. This was a broken. even if it was a broken shooting hand, I'll be like, yeah, nah, don't bring him back. This was a broken non-shooting hand. If he healthy, like for instance, you don't gotta play him every night. Tonight, they're supposed to play the 76ers. He's sick. That's how you do it.
Okay, they did that.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
You bring him back to inject someone. He wants to play.
He should.
He wants to play, and you should want to play if you're healthy.
They did it for ticket sales.
Let him play.
That too.
Well, listen, they already sold out.
But also,
no, I know that, but I'm just saying, you know,
he's still keeping his body ready for next year and for the years to come.
Listen, it's a management ploy. You put him back on the floor. Not only that, to get him back in some type of rhythm. He wants to play in the Olympics this year. Yep. But I think the other thing that you do is you push him out there in some senses to show other people.
I'm about to say audition,
like Giannis.
Audition.
He ready.
Listen, this is my audition.
He ready. You can be here, Giannis.
You doing that with him. Just imagine what could happen if you come here.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. You put him out there. You also put him out there for the young guys and Andrew Wiggins to say, look, this is when it's like, you see, Warrior basketball has been atrocious this year. It's been hard to watch. But magically, Steph came back. All of a sudden, people got wide open shots. Yeah. People, Damian Lee dropping 21. Who the fuck is Damian Lee? I mean, I know who he is.
First of all,
he's dealing with Steph's little sister.
He married the little sister.
He married the
so
little
he
sister.
good.
But I'm just saying, like, he's out here balling. You got Wiggins hitting threes. You got Marquise Chris getting alley-oop. I mean, things just changed because the whole floor is different now.
Yeah.
Now, and you get to show these young guys. You see, when you play with Steph, how it
what
feels out here, what it's going to be.
And then Steph saying, listen, imagine when my brother get back.
When Clay come back. I mean, whatever. He averaged a triple single. Like I said.
A triple single. Stupid.
But when Clay come back.
Wendy snack meal.
When Clay come back, it's even more dramatic because you see all of the focus comes on Steph. But when Clay's there, you can't do that. Hand down.
Man
down.
And then also, what I also want these old motherfuckers to understand, this is not the 80s basketball. This is the era of I play where I want to play. So people tell us, oh, dude, sucker, they playing. Listen, these young dudes are saying, I need to preserve my life. I need to make sure that I'm marketable. I need to make sure I'm getting this bag. So if I got to go play with Steph, if I got to go play with Kawhi, then that's the damn it hell I would. Because guess what? I'm going to make sure that I'm getting that money. And as we know, people are playing longer.
Listen, I put it to y'all like this on another player,
I love it.
On another team, right? I tell you, one of the biggest people that probably woke up this morning and said, "Thank you, sweet baby Jesus," Karis LeVert. Because when he found out that Kenny Atkinson was gone, and when he knew Kyrie was getting that surgery, he said, "Oh, this all me."
Listen,
him.
Listen.
Buckets.
Listen, he might not be no Casanova. Him and Romeo may not be friends. See, you young niggas don't know about that, man. You old Casanova. I'm just saying.
Hey,
that might be Gerald's son.
Yeah,
that might be Gerald's son.
It's one of Gerald's kids.
Listen,
Gerald had a lot of kids.
Listen, he playing like shit. That's sweet music out there.
Listen, that boy.
I'm just saying.
That boy.
But what I'm saying is that Steph Curry, to me, again, you guys might agree or not, he's like Tiger Woods for basketball because when he's out, the game's going to go on.
It's a little different.
It's a little different.
Yeah.
Now, LeBron James, as y'all know, I love my godson, but he's kind of on his way out. But Steph Curry is changing the game. Like, I'm watching my nephew play, and I mean, sinners are just got the green light. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But again, the game is exciting when Steph play because
That's
just never
why
know.
I said my basketball top when we did the list a couple weeks ago.
Oh, well, listen. I listen. I agree. I agree that Steph has changed the game. The way he's changed the game, you want to see the guy. The way you see everybody else play it is because of how Steph played, but you want to see the originator. Like, you want to see the guy who made it.
Stephen
like
C
this.
is on it.
What do you say?
Noah to the Clippers. Yes, we know Stephen C. We talked about it. We ain't talking about it on air. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we was off air when we talked about that. But, so you want to see the originator, but you brought up a point that I want to get back to. You said players nowadays are conscious of their marketability, marketability, and they're conscious of their brand, and that's why LeBron didn't do the dunk contest because it would have been bad for his brand if he would have lost it, and that's why, even bigger point, like my boy CJ McCullum was saying that people should do, they're not going to do no one-on-one at the All-Star game because it's bad for your brand if you do a one-on-one and lose.
Listen, AKA see Brandon Knight after Kyrie saw him.
Brandon Knight after a lot of people. He was
See Brandon Knight after DeAndre Jordan.
He was getting put in a coffin that season.
But after Kyrie did what he did.
So listen, you can't have, your stars playing a one-on-one game and then losing. Because listen, these are top tier athletes. I remember you probably seen it. It was King of the Hill that they were playing with Kevin Garnett, and he just ran. I mean, everybody.
Yeah, he
everybody.
Boom, 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 boom. That's not good for your like when you practice.
You don't want that on tape.
Exactly.
You don't want that.
You don't want it on tape, even though it's a microcosm. It's not the whole story.
Right.
It's not. That doesn't define how good you are as a player.
Because some players just play well with a team.
But just that, it could be just that night.
Right. Yeah.
Just that night, he was on fire. He's a more dominant one-on-one player, and it just made you look bad. But you know what you're not getting off of that? No sneaker money. You ain't getting no commercials because nobody wants to see a loser. This is America. We all winners over here.
Yes. Like you said, nobody wear no damn Converse.
Nah, listen, I think
if you lose,
you know what? Here's the thing that people just don't know. Listen, people, don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe, right? People like Dre stepping out with this Converse contract. Kelly Oubre is another one. Converse.
I'm talking about if you losing.
No, but what I'm saying is the reason I say the banana in the tailpipe, Converse is a subsidiary of Nike.
Yeah.
So it's not a loss anywhere around for any of these guys.
You getting any money is a win.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Listen,
I wear some
if you
motherfucking felines, nigga.
If you get some L.I. Lane, Star Dash, Way of Wade.
Listen.
I want all that money because I know in Japan.
Listen. If
Klay Thompson's sneakers called, let me get the KTs.
Listen, I don't get. Listen. Let somebody call me right now and say, "Hey, LA Gear want to give you some money. Bring them shits on.
Light them up.
I'll be stomping the back of my foot like a motherfucker. You crazy?
They can give me some sketches. I'm like Tony Romo, everybody.
I'll be like Joe Montana. These are great for my feet.
Howie Long, you see it, slip-ons.
Yeah.
But here's another question I had. So, what y'all think about small ball?
I think if you run small ball, you need to run it like the Warriors ran it. And what Houston has always done is take the shortcut. And they took the shortcut. Again, the reason why small ball worked for the Warriors is because, one, they were a better shooting team than you.
You don't even got to say nothing else.
Two, they were a not good, great defensive team.
I was about to say.
When they originally started that.
You got to play defense.
Got to play defense, too. And they had the type of... You can't go out there. It's the personnel, but I want to highlight the height of said personnel. See, you can't run out small ball and your biggest dude is 6'6". When they ran out small ball, people tend to forget that Klay Thompson's 6'7". People tend to forget Andre Iguodala is 6'6", 6'8". He's somewhere in that range. Harrison Barnes at the time, legit 6'8". Sean Livingston, 6'10". No, he's not 6'10".
He ain't 6'10", but he's 6'8", 6'9".
He like 6'7", 6'6". Point guard though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They had the personnel that they could run in so that and Draymond is even though he's not as tall as he say he is, he's a dog and a big body.
He's
similar to PJ Tucker, but a better defender on the post than PJ Tucker.
But I think Houston just did it so wrong because if Mike D'Antoni was trying to reinvent small ball, that he was actually
you said it right
a
there.
Guru at.
You said it right there.
Right?
But when have we seen a Mike D'Antoni team play defense?
No. It's not even that. I don't think they were aiming for the defense part of it, right?
But that's part of it.
I think he was trying to recreate something, but they made bad personnel moves. Because when he recreated that, or when he had his small ball working in Phoenix, right? He had better sized personnel that were shooters, but he focused them around an athletic big in Amari. You can't take...
Marion was like 6'7", 6'8".
Sean Marion, you had Joe Johnson, you had Quentin Richardson.
So Joe.
You had a whole bunch of cats that were still... First of all, they were also very good defenders. People forget that Steve Nash is in the range of 6'4", 6'5". He's not a small point guard, right? But then the piece in Amari enabled you to work with bigger teams because he was still so physical and athletic. So when they got rid of Clint Capella and started, and all the ancillary pieces that they added have been small people.
Too small.
But they're not shooters.
They're not shooters, but they're also not great defenders. You got to remember, take away Steph, you got on that team, that Warrior team,
Defenders.
4, not only a great defender, great wing defenders, because that's what the league is. Harrison Barnes is a good wing defender. Klay Thompson is a good defender. Iggy is a good wing defender. And did I say Barnes already?
Yeah.
Barnes, Klay Thompson, Iggy.
Sean Livingston was actually a good defender.
Draymond.
Yeah.
All good wing defenders.
Because Draymond can step out.
Yeah.
And Draymond, great post defender
But
for his size.
But I watched that game the other day with Houston and the Clippers, and I said, they are just muscling the hell out of
I
them.
just want to say the way Chris feel about Jeff Fisher, that's how I feel about D'Antoni. That's how I feel about D'Antoni. He gets like how did you get this? Like how did you inherit this? Like
up.
not once, not twice,
Easy.
not 3, not 4. Like he always gets the teams, and it's just like no one is saying, "Yo, cut this shit."
Hey, you failed in Phoenix? I'm gonna give you a job
Yeah.
in New York.
Yeah.
Hey, you failed in
Wait,
New York?
wait.
I'm
No.
gonna give you a job in
I'm
LA.
going to make it even better. You're going to go to the other good market. Wait. Hold on. You can't do it in LA. Well, guess what? I'm gonna give you an up and coming team. Here's the keys. Don't worry about the deed. The car's already paid for.
Yeah.
Whatever scratch you get on it, we'll take care of it.
They
Like
did
someone
it.
needs to call him out. Like he is literally under the radar.
But here's the other thing too, though, right? As bad as that game was, maybe y'all might feel me, maybe y'all not. I think it was an anomaly too, because Houston is never going to shoot that bad.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I agree.
They're
with you.
never going to shoot that bad.
But again, if you're shooting that much and you're not, stop the motherfucker. Stop.
Well, hold on.
Stop.
They live
Well,
too much.
They can't. They don't
live
have
too much-
nobody to do it.
They live too much off of analytics.
Yeah.
And listen, even though it makes sense for that percentage of shot to be shot more than the 2-point shot, I get that.
Yeah.
But you also need to have the right people
Shooting it.
Now, granted,
That's what I'm saying.
James Harden has been abysmal this year. With his
Yeah.
shooting percent.
Horrible.
He's got more than 20 games where he was like 4 for 20 shooting 3 in that range.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's not good. And
That's bad.
we all know Russ ain't a shooter.
Nope.
But
Nope.
PJ Tucker can shoot depending on where he's on the
Where
floor.
he's at.
Long as it's corners.
Austin Rivers can
Austin
shoot.
Austin can shoot. Long
You
as
know?
it's corner or wing.
Yep.
You got to play to the people's strength
Yeah.
here. And he just goes, anybody, just jack up a 3.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yo.
Jack up a 3 if
They,
you're 26%.
they even had some matchups the other day where I was like, y'all really got Russ on Montrezl Harrell? And then I had to look on the floor. I was like, oh, because he's the tallest person on the floor right now.
Yeah.
I said, wow. So,
That's
interesting.
why the Knicks beat him.
Yeah.
Why the Knicks beat him?
Yeah.
Cost me money.
Cost that boy some bread. Some of his chicken. Shout out to Marshawn.
And yo, protect your mentals.
And your
your
chicken.
chicken.
Young African. You're
Right.
woo. Too soon? All right. Never mind.
I don't
He's
think so.
stupid.
I don't think
He's
so.
stupid.
But look, man, it was. We'll see what he do.
We'll see
I'm
what happens.
just
though.
again, the same way you feel about Jeff Fisher, Chris. Like he's gonna find a way to fuck it up,
Yeah.
and he has not won anything to say like at least Jeff Fisher went to the Super Bowl. He was inches away from winning, but like what has D'Antoni done?
Got close in the Western Conference a few times.
Sniffed it a couple times.
Lifted a couple times.
And he still has a comfortable job.
And Phoenix choked it away against the Spurs. And
Listen.
when he was in Houston, choked it up against the
I think that was more him too, because I think that
which one?
the one against the Spurs. I think
Yeah,
he
I think so,
choked
too.
that up.
I think so too.
I don't even think that was them losing Steve Nash. I
But
think
again-
he choked that
But
up.
again, how comfortable is he?
Yeah, he good.
He's not on no chopping block. Never.
Why would he
Even
be?
but I'm just saying
He might
though,
be
like,
on the hot seat this year though.
Yeah, I think so. If they
Right.
don't, he might be.
If they don't, you know who else I think could
And then-
possibly be?
And then guess what?
What?
He gonna get
He gonna
hired
get
by the
another
Brooklyn
job.
Nets. He gonna get hired by the Brooklyn Nets with Kyrie and KD.
Yo, you know who would be? And I was just thinking about this today when I was reading it. Right? You know who I think would be a perfect coach for what Brooklyn is gonna be doing? Mark Jackson.
I knew you was gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say. I don't know why.
But I just think
He
with what
is
they
perfect for a
have,
lot.
but with the pieces that they have and what they're trying to develop,
He
he's not
is
coming
blackballed.
back. He's not coming back.
come
That's
on,
the
son.
problem.
He's not coming back.
Come on, son.
when you-
Give
you-
Mark a chance.
You
man.
saying that is like
Free
when-
Mark.
Like
you
Colin
saying that
Kaepernick
is
come
like when
back.
people go, yo, you know what helped this team out at quarterback? Colin
Kaepernick.
Kaepernick. Yeah, he would. But guess what?
But guess what?
So who else we got then? Who else we got? I don't want no name. You know what? I was watching the Hornets game, right? And I was like, who is this dude
Yo, they're
in
a
the
feisty
suit
team, yo.
that's coaching them? I was like, I have never seen this man before in my life. Who is that?
Who's available? Let me think about who's available. Hold on.
Jason Kidd.
Would he go back to Brooklyn?
No, they're not.
Nah, hell no. I'll just say.
JB Bickerstaff could be a good coach.
Some guy by the name of Steve Armstead. I don't know. They're going to pick a guy that we never heard of. Like, yo, where he
Yo.
come from? I'm telling you.
More than likely, that will be the case.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think. There's nobody that's like
Nobody.
shooting off in my head.
They're not going to give it to Jacques Vaughn. Like he's not going to be a head coach.
I'm saying they're not gonna give it to. More than likely, they're not gonna give it to a black guy.
I'm about to say.
So I'm trying to think of white coaches that are available.
It's somebody that's sitting home right now that would get the call.
Probably.
He's going to get the call.
Josh McCown.
Yes. Yes.
You're like, yo, you taught gym, right?
Yeah.
And you just played for the Eagles? Yeah, come on, man.
Tony Romo, didn't you play basketball?
Look,
Boom.
Mark Jackson would be great. I seen him trending as soon as they mutually parted ways.
He's been
Nigga, you got
trending
fired.
everywhere.
But yo, they're not. It's just not.
Damn, son.
not
Mark,
happening.
I'm rooting for you, B.
I wanted to. God, I wanted to happen.
I do.
I
man.
want Colin Kaepernick to
I
get
want
a job
Cap
too.
back in the league.
But you know what?
They have-
Jets.
It ain't
It
happening.
ain't happening. Over Sam Darnold, the Great White Hope.
First of all, you took it away from me. I wanted him to say his last name. God
Sam
damn you,
Darnold.
Chris.
Oh damn, my bad.
Listen, I've been practicing for years now. Sam Darnold, I got it now.
Yeah, yo, Steve, I just said ain't no black coaches getting
No.
that job. Ain't no black coaches getting that
If
job.
your ass is black, you not getting that. That's the motto of the NBA. NFL.
First of all, I wouldn't. If I was black, I wouldn't want to do anything with the Knicks.
Well, no. He was saying, he was
the
talking
Nets.
about what's his name that just got fired from the Knicks. Take that for data.
Oh,
Fizdale.
Fizdale.
Yeah, he's like, and he would be a good fit with them. But guess what?
Yeah, Fizdale would.
They ain't doing that.
Fizdale would.
But again, like, I think that we need to look at this Dolan. Like, is it James? I mean, is it Donald Sterling?
It's because I came up
It's
here.
the coach of Patrick. It's the ghost of Patrick Ewing, man.
I came up here and talked about how bad of an owner James Dolan was, and people,
Yeah.
he's not as bad as he's not as
Yes,
bad as
he
Sterling.
is.
He's not as bad as
Yes,
this.
he
They
is.
giving me all of these, and I'm going. You guys don't see it, huh?
Nope.
You
Yo.
guys don't see it.
You know who disgusted me the other day?
Who?
Isaiah Thomas.
What he said?
He was on NBA TV.
Because he gave him a shot.
He was on NBA TV taking up for him. I don't think it's all. I was like, Isaiah.
Yo, boy, right. You got to remember.
Isaiah.
But you got to remember why he taking up from, because he had that sex scandal and what's her name made it go away. James Dolan made it go away.
Fair.
I mean,
I'm not
you know,
gonna.
He
listen,
made it
that's
go
fair.
away because they was both in the room at the same time doing the same damn thing.
whatever. But
Fair. I'm not gonna bash Isaiah Thomas for it. You know, that's your boy. Go out. Protect your boy. Whatever. But
Come on, son.
I've been saying it. I've said it before. Worst owner in
Yeah.
team sports. I said, and the reason why, and the people who were defending him or saying he's not as bad as this person, I started looking him up and go, you're a Dallas fan. You're used to having a bad owner, so it feels normal to you.
Yeah.
It feels like, this is the
what
way
it's
it does.
supposed to be.
No, a owner should own. You're an owner. We don't need to see you all in the videos,
all on the floor seats.
all on the floors.
You shouldn't be puffy.
You know what? You could be a Mark Cuban. You could be a Steve Ballmer. But see how they move, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
But see how they move. Listen,
Mark Cuban is way different.
Mark Cuban is all in the news, but he don't talk about, I'm cutting this guy. I want to get this. He only talks about the passion that he has for his team to win.
But also what Mark Jackson is, not Mark Jackson, but what Mark Cuban is also doing, he's also promoting minorities. He's also making sure his team is getting better. He's also is making sure that, listen, my fans are coming to get the best experience that they can ever get. The New York Knicks, the the great and bad thing about the Knicks is that it's in New York. So no
They're
matter
living off the
what,
brand.
they're living off the brand. So as a Knicks fan, I would say, yo, listen, if they get 20,000 people to be like, yo, listen, we not going to no games for a while, it would change. But
Yo.
it's such a machine like the
It's-
NFL that
it's stupid, man.
It's going to keep going, and
It's
he doesn't
stupid.
care because he's a.
that whole thing was just.
But you
so
got to think about it.
dumb.
But you got to think about it. Most owners now in sports, they didn't come up with the team like the owners did from previous. A lot of owners back then, like they were inherited the team, like they were really invested.
Oh,
in the
you
team.
saying he inherited the team from his daddy? Because he did.
Well, I mean,
But his daddy was way better than him.
but he,
Of course. But he's the prime example
Mm-hmm.
of born on third, thought he hit a triple.
yeah,
Okay?
right.
He's the quintessential.
I like that. I like that.
I mean, that's all white people been saying it for years.
Mm-hmm.
But he's the example of
Absolutely.
Right.
that. And he's living off the spoils
Yes.
of people being dedicated fans. That's why
$300,000 a year.
it didn't hurt me not one bit. Didn't hurt me not one bit to walk away from the Niners. I don't regret that shit. Not one bit.
Come on, Chris. We got
No.
time.
But that's what these people need.
I just fucked
That's
up.
what fans need
Right.
to realize.
That's true.
I'm the boss. Okay, I'm
I
the
pay
boss.
you.
I give my money to support this team.
Mm-hmm.
I give my time and all of this shit to watch and support this team. You rake in the money. Power to you.
Mm-hmm.
But what you're not gonna do is make me feel like an idiot. I'm saying this as a Met fan.
That's it. And for this episode of Don't Shoot the Messenger, I would just like to thank
You still a
Chris
Mets
G
fan?
Yo, but you know what? The
being a
Mets,
Mets fan.
You know what the Mets do though?
But they
Go
got rid of their
Yankees.
owner though.
Huh?
But they got rid of their owner though.
No. They got rid of their owner, and the Mets go through bad spells.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? What the Mets do every now and again, where they at? World Series.
Yep.
Where were they 4 years ago?
Sure.
World Series.
Yep.
Where were they at? I think it was 11 years prior to that. World Series.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, listen, and it's all bad in between. But at least they give you
Right.
a glimmer.
They give you a character.
They give you a ride. They
That's
give you the
Thor,
dark. They give
Dark
you
Knight.
Thor, the
Listen.
Dark Knight.
Listen.
You know what I mean? They got Johan.
Listen,
back
Chris.
when Johan
Listen,
was the man
Chris,
out there.
That's the only orange and blue team that's helping out New York right now. I tell you that. I'll tell you that. Because the other orange and blue, I don't know what the fuck they doing.
You know why the Mets make people mad if you're a Mets fan? Because you go, it's there.
yes.
I can see it. I seen it.
Yeah.
why can't y'all get it back? And then you suck for a while, and then you don't see it, and then out of the blue, these motherfuckers is the best. And you're like, where did this come from?
But the
And then it's
Mets,
going again.
see, but the Mets represent New York. Because like one day you're like, I fucking hate this job. Then out of the blue, like it's the best job and you work hard for it. Yankees just Fifth Avenue. You know what I mean? All
Whoa,
uptown.
whoa,
Like
whoa, whoa.
because
Watch your mouth.
because they got all that money.
'Cause
They
I'ma
got all that
take it as
money.
disrespect.
I'm just saying.
Watch your mouth.
The Knicks, I don't know what borough would the Knicks be considered? What borough would the Knicks be considered?
Manhattan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, but they shitty
They're
though.
uptown, baby.
They shitty.
Uptown, baby.
They shitty.
Uptown.
They shitty. They shitty though. They like the old Hell's Kitchen. I don't know.
No, man.
Hell's Kitchen nice now, but
Look, man, that's the problem. The people they keep giving, and I'm 100%, 110% on board with Spike. I agree with him 100%.
Yeah.
He was done dirty. He was wrong.
He's
And
stupid.
even he said, well, I ain't going back this year. He ain't
Yeah.
going to drive me away from my team.
right. But
He
come
still
back.
got the and this man is spending. I mean, mind you, now he already paid for them season tickets,
Right.
So
Yeah.
he just
So James Dolan, I don't give a fuck. Good, thank you, nigga. I mean, thank you, Spike. But again,
no. You had it right.
but again, this is and see what this is, and this is what I'm talking about. Like in those meetings that James Dolan's having, he's like, listen, these niggas could say whatever they want, but they're still gonna buy Knicks tickets. And knowing how pro-black Spike Lee is, he's saying he's still making me money.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. Listen, man. It was.
It's the American slave trade. I mean, it's
Yeah.
the American way. I'm just saying.
It was just. I mean, this situation again, and I know a lot of people always think I'm joking, but it truly is the ghost of Patrick Ewing and a lot of people, because how that management did them dirty. This is why they are what they are. But then, in true Knicks fashion, they do
Like the Cowboys.
the best thing.
Like the
They
Cowboys.
say, you know what, we're gonna have Dipset night.
Right.
Because I know y'all
Out
don't.
of the blue.
I know y'all don't piss Spike off, so I'm gonna get some of y'all.
Jimmy.
Hold on.
We
Time
gonna have-
out.
You ain't see that?
Nah, for real though. What you say?
They had Dipset night.
Dipset night.
No. Stop playing. You talking about in 2002 when we was in high school?
No.
No, they just had Dipset night. What, Thursday?
The next game
The
after
next
that
day
whole debacle
was Dipset night.
Well, after Spike went on air.
Okay, so the
Cam,
NBA just put
CC
out.
Sabathia was there.
Yeah, they just put out the NBA remix jerseys,
Right.
and one of the remix jerseys
With Dipset.
is Dipset.
Had
And
Dipset.
they had Dipset night after Spike went on first day. They said, "Oh, he on first." Nah, nigga. Dipset.
Call up Jimmy and Ken.
Ow.
And I didn't even think they liked each other anymore.
I thought they was gonna bring Joel's out.
Nah, he and Jay.
No, but I thought they was gonna bring him out.
Oh my
Maybe,
god.
maybe. But yeah, like
Wow.
so
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
it is what it is. And you know,
it's the Knicks, B.
Knicks is going. Yo, people are gonna let the Knicks. I love
Everybody forgot about it too. When they seen that and they
That's
was
crazy.
out there with them jerseys,
Yo, Jimmy and Ken.
they forgot about.
If the Boondocks didn't
Son.
predict this, Jesus,
Bruh, all I know
Jesus.
is that whole joint was rocking when they was like, "We fly high, don't lie, you know this." Bullet. The whole joint.
Jesus.
They forgot
yeah,
about
huh?
Spike.
They forgot about Spike.
They ain't even put the camera on the seats.
Yo, let me tell you something.
Like
You want to know who don't got season tickets? Jimmy and Ken.
they don't. How they get so close they can trip a referee? Huh?
Come on, man. Hey,
Come on, man.
Michael Rappaport said it best. Gotta make it right with Oak.
Gotta make it right with
Gotta
them.
make it right with Oak.
When's the last time you seen Jay-Z at a Knicks game?
Nah, he ride with Brooklyn.
But again,
You
And I
ain't
keep-
never
but
seen.
again, I seen Jay-Z at a Lakers game.
Oh, that's different though. I seen him at a Golden State Warrior game. Listen, Jay go where the goods at. Okay,
Yeah.
Jay go where the goods at.
It's called client recruitment.
Yeah.
That's true.
what
But I'm
it
just
is.
saying though. But I ain't see Jay at a Knicks game since he
It's
made
the
that
rap.
statement.
Come on, listen. I love Duke. I love Ohio State. Cross me and I'm out. You're not playing me like
That's
that.
true.
You're not playing me like this. That's all I'm saying. Cross me and I'm out.
That's true. Well, on that note, man. I mean, we can go on, but
Hold
I mean,
on,
that's
hold on. If we about to close,
Oh,
if we about to close,
Hold on. Let me. Hold on.
I need to say
Hold on.
Okay.
Wait, hold on.
because I only gently kissed it. You know what I mean?
Uh-oh.
I only brushed my lips
uh-oh,
across it. I wasn't able to really dive in
uh-oh.
like I wanted to. These dummies who think that somehow Deontay Wilder was robbed in this fight with Tyson Fury. You are all idiots. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart to the bowels of my balls.
John DeMarco.
I mean, you are idiots. The tape that was circulating, these phantom loose gloves that y'all saying that's the reason why he won. Y'all dumb niggas know that was the first fight, right? Y'all dumb niggas know that was the first fight, right? You know that. You must know that.
Chris, wait, hold on, Chris. If you don't know what you're talking about,
Where my mic? I can't hear nothing.
listen. This is so you can't hear me.
I can't hear nothing.
Oh, what happened, Chris? What happened? What
I don't know. I can't hear nothing.
you do, son?
Hold on.
I can hear you.
Check. I can't hear. I still can't hear nothing in here. All right, whatever.
Well,
Whatever. Long as you hear me. Long as you hear me.
I'm just saying, like this is for all the dummies who just don't know boxing. Shut up, bitch. I'm saying you can't hear that.
I
but,
can't hear it. But
hear nothing?
but they don't. Nah, I can't hear one word. But I'm telling you, I just y'all know it was the first fight, right?
Check,
And let me
check your ear. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't need it.
Oh shit.
Oh,
I don't understand why y'all making so many excuses for your boy. He got beat. He got his ass whooped. And I told you this the first fight. Matter of fact, you don't believe me? Hit up Tony Rock, had a personal conversation with him about it.
Name
Thanks to
dropping.
my boy.
Name dropping. Name
Personal.
dropping.
Me and Tony Rock on the phone. Now, who you really think gonna win in the first fight? I said, man, in the first fight, I said, yo, I'm rolling with Tyson. But Wilder got that power. I said, but Wilder can't box. I said, listen, he got the power in the hand. I can't negate that. If he could catch him, he could drop him. But I said, but you know what he don't got? Boxing skills. Deontay Wilder lost every single round against Luis Ortiz.
Yes.
Before he knocked him out in the seventh.
There you go, Chris.
And they was able, that, my friends, is the second fight. Not what they were wearing in the first fight from the phantom video going around. Let me tell you something, guys. You guys don't box. You guys out there, so you don't know, and you don't watch enough boxing to know when you're big like these guys, you got big wrists, you got big fists. It looks sloppy. Plus, you can play with how much wiggle you got after you get your tape. If you get the tape on your hands. And how much wiggle you want. Some people like Deontay Wilder, who's a big heavy hitter. He likes them nice and tight. He wants his fist to stay like this. Other people that are not such big punchers, Tyson Fury is one of them, they like their hands a little more loose. You can do that. I'm sorry that you just found this out when your boy got his ass whipped. But you can do that.
Darn Black History Month.
And
Don DeMar.
And the protocol of how the tape and the boxing gloves work. The Nevada State Athletic Commission is in every locker room when they're getting tape on top of
Better take him to school, Chris.
on top of each other's fighter put a camp in the other room, a guy, so he can watch the getting tape. You don't know? You don't know about that? Go watch any old Floyd Mayweather fight when they get in ready to get wrapped. Go look and see where Leonard Ellerby is. Y'all know who Leonard Ellerby is. He the bald-headed guy with the little porn star mustache. He in the other guy's locker room. Matter of fact, I think it was the I was about to say Mikey Garcia fight.
I remember
Victor Ortiz fight. When he was in the locker room going, I don't like that. I don't like that. Everybody got a guy in the other room. Then they get an assortment of different gloves. Do you like this glove? Do you like this glove? Right and left. So you pick one out of this. Maybe you like the right glove out of this pack, but you like the left glove out of that pack. You get to pick. They come in sealed, by the way. They come in sealed, by the way, by the Nevada State Commission. They come in sealed. You pick that. They take your gloves and then bring them back with them to inspect them to make sure everything is okay. And then they come back later. And then you put the gloves on. And there's somebody watching. Ain't nobody, people talk about he got sand in his gloves. He ain't knock him out. He just beat the brakes off of him. And your boy, Wilder, came out and said he ain't hurt me with one punch. So I guess it really didn't matter, even if he did, huh? He got outboxed. He got outclassed, as he has in many fights. First Tyson Fury fight, he sure enough got outboxed and outclassed. He just got 2 knockdowns. That it was even, I didn't have a problem with the draw only because I knew what it meant. Because I'm a boxing guy. Oh, but you cannot convince me that Tyson Fury didn't win 10 rounds in the first fight. And he only lost the 2 rounds where he got knocked out. Now, for the people who thought Wilder got robbed, see, y'all don't know boxing. It's a 10-point must-score system. That means the winner of a round get 10 and the loser of the round get 9. If you get a knockdown in a round, it becomes 10-8 round. Tyson Fury won every one of those rounds except for the 2 he got knocked down. That would make it 10-2, correct? Yeah. But you got his butt. The 2 ones he got knocked down, you got to make them 10-8 rounds, don't you? That make it 6-4. That's still a dub.
Don DeMarco.
Let me hit Chris with that, man. Let me hit Chris with this, man, because Chris acting up, man. Don DeMarco. Chris acting up, man. Chris acting up, man. Let me hit with that flex bomb too.
Look,
Chris acting up, man.
I get it. I'm black. I go for everybody black.
Except for Bernie. We going for Bernie. Just so y'all know. We going for Bernie.
I was Andrew Yang guy myself. But listen, I don't want to get into politics right now. That's the whole, you get me on another tangent between Bernie, these 2 old white men, 3 old white men that's going to be running for president, like always. But I get it. I root for everybody black. I never got it when people didn't root for Floyd Mayweather. When he fought, I'm like, he won on ours. He constantly fighting somebody from another country who backing their guy, whether it be England or Ireland or Mexico or Puerto Rico, they always vibe with their guy. But the All-Americans wouldn't rock with him. I never understood it.
Never.
So I'm never going to root against Deontay Wilder because,
Right.
but I know what I see, though. I know he can't box.
He said it himself.
He never been a boxer. He got
said
poor
it so.
foot movement. Now, he does got a jab, but he's spearing when he wants to use it or not.
Max Kellerman had the best analogy.
What he say?
He said Deontay Wilder is like a batter. He said he's a batter where bases are loaded. They're down 2-1. And it's a fastball coming every pitch. So you already know what time it is.
Well, as I always said about Wilder, I said at some point, because it happened with Mike, some point you're going to fight a guy who you're not going to be able to knock out. What you got next? Boxing is the ultimate. You know, in baseball, they got 5'2" players. Mike Trout, it's a 5'2" player. In boxing, you need to have some different tools in the tool shed. You got to be able to do something else because any good boxer, any great boxer, can nullify one thing you do good. You only do one thing good? I could take that away from you. Didn't Lennox do it? Didn't Evander do it?
Yeah, about to say yeah.
Shit. Did Buster do it?
Yeah, about to say yeah. Buster did.
Anybody can. Any boxer worth their salt. I don't care what you're good at. If they're real good, they can take the. If that's all you got, one thing, they can take that away.
Right.
That's nothing. What else you got? I know what Tyson got. Fury, that is. I know what he got. I know he could box. He outboxed you the first fight. I know he can rumble. He out-rumbled you this fight. I know he can dirty box. People was like, oh, dirty boxing should be illegal. See, y'all don't know what dirty boxing is. Dirty boxing don't mean it's illegal to do it. It's just a different type of form of boxing. You know what dirty boxing is? When he get on his weight, put that whole 273 on him. Break it up. Drop down. Drop your arms down. Ha! Back up. Clinched up. Get him with the shots.
That's called strategy.
Of course.
That's called strategy.
Of course it's called strategy. You know one of the best dirty boxers? Floyd.
Oh, yeah.
Floyd's a great dirty boxer.
Great.
All the tricks. All the tricks. It's a part of boxing.
And
you got to know
Vander
that.
was a great dirty boxer.
Vander was a great dirty boxer.
Great.
See that?
Yeah.
He that all in you. It's part of the game. Man, he busted my eyes up. So he bit him. I'm just saying, fam. Sean Porter, another one. Boy, he lead with the head.
He
got
the big ass forehead. He can fucking.
But it's a part of the game. It's a part of the game.
That's true.
You just can't do one thing. This ain't track and you running 100 meters. You just got to be fast. This is not that, yo.
Where's your form? Because you running like this, but you beating some people. But after a while, like somebody going to beat you with better form.
Got to have multiple tools in the tool shed. And he didn't have it. And he's never had it.
Never.
Listen, he was in trouble. I went back to the second Luis Ortiz fight. He was in trouble the first Luis Ortiz fight. He was getting worked. Ref could have stopped it. But he didn't. And he got another chance. And because he does have that power,
Bases loaded.
boom.
Yep.
Home run.
Because like he said, Max said, he's always down. It's like a batter, like bases loaded. He's a power hitter. You're down 3-1, but you know it's a fastball coming down the pipe.
Listen, not just the fastball. It's not just the 100 coming at you. It's 109 coming at you. You know what I'm saying? It's high heat, baby. Okay? It's listen, you know what's coming? Boy, hard to hit it. It's hard to hit it, but the good ones, the best ones. If that's what you giving me? I'll get it. I might miss the first one. I might miss the second one.
Right.
But you giving me 3 shots to get this? Oh, I'll get it one of them times. I'll get it one of them times.
Game over.
Let me tell you something. If he doesn't make a dramatic change, and I don't think he will be able to, it's going to be some of the same. Now, listen, he's always going to have a chance. Because when you got high heat like that,
Yeah.
you got a chance. Maybe he catch him. Maybe. But I'm telling you, there's only one way. One way Wilder can beat Tyson. Tyson got a whole bunch of ways he could beat Wilder.
Yeah.
Whole bunch. Listen, win is a win.
But like you said, he is the definition. You used to say this back in the day on a podcast. Puncher's chance. He is if Puncher's chance was a person.
Yeah.
He is
That's
that
definitely
person.
him.
Because he
Bomb
got that
squad.
puncher. You know what I mean?
All right, Steven. I see you want to enter into the ring.
Oh shit! What did he say?
Yeah, Mike Tyson had more than one punch. but it was still all predicated on power. He had good footwork. This is true. Defense, don't make me laugh. Don't make me laugh. His defense was his offense. He never really had to show great defense. People were scared to get hit of him.
People were scared to come inside.
Where was this great defense when Lennox Lewis was tagging him upside the head? Where was this great defense?
Buster was tagging him.
Where was this great defense when Buster was tagging him? Where was this great defense when Evander was tagging him?
Wait, Chris.
What about when Tommy Gunn was tagging
Now
him?
listen, he's not as
Cocaine's a
bad
hell
as
of a drug.
Here, his defense is not as bad as Wilder's. Absolutely not. He had a strategy to his defense. Cuss had him. He had the good. You know what I mean? Good. That's good for one thing though, to protect you enough to get inside to utilize your power. But when somebody takes that away, what are the defensive skills you got? What you got, Tyson?
Whatever offensive skills you got to set up
Chris.
your power.
Well, all set. Well, listen, Mike in his early years, Mike Tyson, in his early years before Cuss, passed away and stuff, he did set up.
He had a jab.
Yeah, he had a real good jab.
things.
I mean, let me not say real good jab, but he was powerful.
used
So
it, yeah.
the jab could put you up. And he didn't just come in and look for the knockout. He'll rumble with you a little bit, set it up. Because he did. Phenomenal footwork, Mike Tyson had. Phenomenal footwork. But for one thing, though, his footwork was predicated on trying to knock you out. That's where his great footwork come out. He didn't have great footwork to evade everything that was coming at him. I mean, I would never
to
tell
cut
him
the ring off, to do certain things.
Yeah, he had great footwork to cut the ring off, to get inside on you, because he was most of the time the smaller guy from height standards. So you don't want to stay on the outside because you're just gonna get tatted up with the long jab from all the big guys he was fighting. So his footwork was great for what he was doing. I'm not here to bash Mike Tyson, but you don't want to get into a conversation about Mike Tyson and Seal. Mike Tyson was lightning fast, lightning power. He was a freaking shooting star in the night sky, and we all love him. But
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Even before that, he just, I mean, I don't know, he probably been on drugs for a long time. But,
Robin Givens was a hell of a drug.
Listen, I'm just saying though, like I posted, and people take it, people thought it was funny, but it is. But listen, for a black dude to get his ass whooped during Black History Month by a white dude named after a black dude, that's some shit right there.
That's disrespectful.
That's some shit.
It's disrespectful. Look, Tyson always been good though. Tyson always been good. Both of their resumes are a little sketchy, but they just don't got a lot of.
You fight who's in front of you.
You fight who's in front of you. You fight who's in front of you.
Now, so this is why I have issue with people talking, oh, well, they wouldn't have been able to last in this situation. That's true, but again, how many times has Tyson Fury lost? I'll wait.
That'd be a good old 0.
I'm just saying. You fight who's in front of you. You fight your era. I'm sure if he had to finesse, and if this was the early 90s, late 80s, if he had to, then I think he'll make those adjustments. Like when people say about LeBron, oh, he can't play in this. If he needed to, he could. And I think Tyson Fury, he's very smart. He knows when you watch that fight as a sports fan, or even you should be proud because he made some great adjustments. He made sure Deontay Wilder looked like a sucker.
Heck no, he ain't lightning fast with footwork. Man,
Who?
Somebody cut Stephen C. off.
He said what?
Man, nothing.
He said who?
Thank you for tuning in to another edition.
Who like
No. He's saying that Mike Tyson was lightning fast and Wilder isn't. Well, he's not.
Oh, okay.
Wilder's not.
I misread
fast.
that.
Yeah.
Right.
Wilder's not lightning fast, and yes, Tyson was lightning fast, but for a purpose and for one reason: to be offensive. He wasn't lightning fast to evade punches.
No.
Now, but granted, it's his style. You know what I mean? I'm poking holes, but it was his style. His style was a straightforward, come at you very quick, overwhelm you with punching.
Nobody did what
power.
Mike did.
Nobody did what Mike did.
Even just starting a fight, nobody ran to the middle of the ring.
Yeah, that motherfucker used to run, didn't he? He was like the ultimate
He
warrior.
ran, and everybody was like, "Yo, what you doing?"
Yo, even the first fight, even the 2 fights he had with, well, it was 3 total, but the first fight he had with Evander, the second fight he had with Evander, and the first fight with Lennox Lewis, that first round, they were on the bike. They was like, we need to make sure that we could get out of the way of this onslaught that's coming. Because because good boxers, they know. They go, listen, we ain't about to win this fight in the first round. We not trying. We just need to.
The marathon continues.
Exactly. We need to weather this storm, bring them into deep waters. And that's what they did. I mean, now for them, deep water started at 3. But you got to remember, at that point in my career, it was a lot of first round, 16-second, 20-second, 30-second.
Annihilation.
You couldn't go to the kitchen.
But he was fighting a lot of bums.
Yeah.
As did Wilder. And the good thing about fighting bums, like how they did with Canelo, is they groomed them early fighting bums, but then they progressively started going, all right, you've been fighting bums, but now we want to put you up against a guy with a good right jab. See how you deal with that. Now we want to put you up against a southpaw that got a high work rate. Now we want to put you up, you know what I mean? They kept, they did it strategic. It's why I hate it. But they did it the right way. They did it the right way till they get them to the point to where, all right, now you're going against a star. Let's see what you got, buddy.
Now
We trained you for this.
Now I have a hypothetical question. Again, this should never be able to be answered because it happened. If Tyson had not gone to jail, what do you see?
Well, he probably would have still lost to Buster because
still been
Buster,
the same thing.
Buster was before the jail situation.
Right. No, he would have lost.
Here's
But I'm
the
saying
thing.
though.
If he would have fought Lennox early, he probably would have knocked him out. If he would have fought Lennox early.
Because I think Lennox was a different fighter.
He was a
too.
different fight. I mean, he was young though. He was still young. But when they fought, it was great for Lennox because Lennox had a lot of experience already. He was already an Olympic boxer, but he had just had a lot of real fight experience, and he had to deal with different type of boxers where he could. And then at this point in his career, he started being trained by Emmanuel Stewart
yeah.
in the Kronk Gym. Got him a different style. It was great. It happened when it happened for Lennox.
That's what happened to Tyson earlier. A lot of people don't understand that.
A lot of people ducked him.
They really
early.
don't understand that is because you're talking about from Cuss to Teddy Atlas to
Teddy and Cuss was together.
but I'm just saying.
And then Teddy
when
left before Cuss.
Yeah, and then
Teddy asshole. I mean Atlas.
and then Kevin Rooney. Like when Mike went to, people don't understand that once Mike got to Buster, he effectively had no cornerman.
Nah.
Right. Facts.
He had us in the corner.
Yeah, chilling.
You know what I'm
Where
saying?
Brooklyn at?
Yeah.
Yo, Great
So-
White Hype is a great.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a great. It's a spoof on Tyson,
But it's
kinda
very
not.
it's very accurate. So
Kind of not.
I think Tyson's early success was his demise. But I
Yes.
think if he was able, and this is why I'll always debate this, and shout out to Mom Rucker because she's the one that taught me this. If he was able, definitely that too, but if he was able to have a corner that he respected and would listen to,
Like Cuss.
like Cuss, like Rooney, like Atlas, because he listened to them.
Yeah.
There would have been a higher ceiling for Mike than it was.
But it's sad because again, that success is a son bitch. And he said
because
all the
because
time,
here's the thing that people really won't say, right? Mike Tyson in his right frame of mind, in shape, right? Buster really does not stand a chance.
no, you don't.
He
No, he
doesn't.
doesn't.
Buster
But
should have lost
I just
that
want to
fight.
make it clear because Steven C is saying something. No, we're not saying this before he started having problems. We're just saying before Mike went to jail.
Yeah.
We're talking about specifically jail.
Yeah.
What if he
Before
went to jail? Right.
Not the whole. We already know he was on a downward spiral
Yeah.
before
Hard
he went
spiral.
to jail. But just before he went to jail, Buster was before he did that.
Yeah.
But
So
Listen,
it's
Tyson-
different, man.
Tyson Mike Tyson at his best in his prime would have been a problem for anybody. I'm not saying he would have won every fight, but he would have been a problem for anybody.
Here's my opinion, and Chris could, definitely speak more to it than me. But I think most of the stars, or the superstars that we've seen in boxing have had extraordinary cornermen that they have been with for years, trusted, listened to. There hasn't been a lot of them that have gone through different people as much as, like, say, Mike did, or even what Wilder's doing now, cutting his people now, that have had real success. It just, I haven't seen it. Have you seen it?
Nah.
Well, I mean, there's definitely been some great boxers who've had like change in cornermen at like different times in their career. You know, I remember
Tyson was different.
Tyson's was more
like Lennox benefited from Emmanuel coming on board.
Very true. Very true.
He got way better. You know?
He got better. But I just think of a lot of father-son trainers situations that for great fighters who just had to get changed, and it was
like Danny Garcia needs change.
No, I wouldn't say that. His pops is wild, but his pops is a good corner man.
Yeah.
His pops isn't the reason why he loses fights for sure. I mean, he loses fights because Danny Garcia he's a good fighter. He's good in every area, not great in no area. You know what I mean? That's why he's as good as he is, and that's why sometimes he only got 2 L's, but it's why with the best of the best, you know what I mean, they're not really afraid of him because it's like, I know he does everything good, but he doesn't do anything that's gonna scare me. It's just Danny Garcia will go down as just a really, really, really good solid fighter. So it is nothing that his pops could do to make that better. It's nothing that another trainer. I mean, he could try to be more aggressive, I guess, but you know, it wouldn't really fit his style. He's just a good fighter. And Danny, you know, at first I wasn't a fan of Danny because I feel he got some gifts when he was the poster child of PBC. He got some gifts, but you know, he's fine. He's a fine boxer. He's fine. But you know, Shane and his father had a falling out. Shane Mosley had to get a new trainer, and it worked out good for him.
Roy Joe Jr.
Don't get me the line. I can't remember his corner situation.
Roy did, right?
I just can't remember. I can't remember enough to be like I'm sold on something. Floyd with his father to his uncle, back to his father. But I mean, Floyd is a little different because he was bred in that shit. Floyd, if he didn't even have a corner, would be fine. Yeah, you know what I mean. At the stage where he stopped with his father, if he didn't have a trainer, he'd be fine. Roger was just giving him affirmation, really. Yeah, I mean, but not that Roger's a great trainer, but Floyd at this point he was already so superior to everybody. It's just like,
it's like Phil and Jordan. It's like Jordan just
like they just it's like you saw that. All right, cool, just making sure. Like, you know what I mean? Like they just.
Now I just want to say, and then I'm gonna wrap it up. But I tried to watch him on Drink Champs, but when I say his vocabulary,
Floyd,
enough,
I tell people all the time, I cannot watch a Floyd Mayweather interview. It doesn't,
because the only thing he was saying, because it's just like this, right?
Yeah, I'm
just saying. So, because this is how I look at it, right?
Yep.
It's just like this, right? It's just like, you know.
Well, hold on. See. Look. Yeah, I can't.
It's just like this, right?
Can't do it.
Yeah, I tried. I'm like, first of all, the motherfucker had I don't know if it was a sweater vest or what. I can't. I don't know what the fuck this shit was.
But I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't like most boxers' interviews, but most of them are
they can't
introverts.
Speak.
Well, some of them can't. Like, there's people that can speak.
I can name 4.
What?
That can speak and I can listen to them.
All right, go ahead.
Tarver.
Okay, but he's entertaining. Go ahead.
Ward.
Yes, but he's entertaining as well.
The big head motherfucker that you just said.
Huh? The big head dude I just said.
Sean Porter.
Yeah, okay.
Who else?
I can listen. You are all talking to people I can listen to.
Right.
All right, look, Terrence Crawford speaks fine.
Terrence Crawford.
I can't listen to his interviews.
Right.
He's too much of an introvert.
Even
though he bought that action, right?
And Bernard Hopkins. Okay, I said 5. But Floyd,
Bernard is. I can't listen to Bernard.
No.
It's not because his speech is bad. He just goes off.
I love Bernard, yo.
I used to love Bernard Hopkins as a boxer. Now him and his role as management, I just go, yo, there's no way you really think that, Bernard. If you think that, you not the man I thought you was. Like, he just, I can't. With
but
Bernard.
I can't. But I don't know why. I don't know why people keep gassing this dude up. I'm about. It's so hard for me to listen to this dude talk, not interview, just talk. Pensacola, Roy Jones Jr. It's so hard. to listen to him.
I'm
He
done
need a
with
translator.
I'm done with you, but
I can't listen to him because let me tell you something. Because like boxing. Because if he hit him off.
I don't agree. I don't agree with this.
I'm done.
That's
I'm
how
done
I
with this.
hear.
I'm
Yo, I
done with
cannot
this.
listen to Roy Jones. Like
Yo,
I hate. Like I can listen to what's the dude? Magnati.
Oh, Paulie Malignaggi.
I can listen to him.
Oh, he's great.
I can listen to him.
He's great.
But
He's
Roy
really good.
Jones, oh my God, stop it.
Roy
come
is
on.
fine.
No, he's not.
Roy got a lot of booger in him where he got to talk about. Roy. Yeah,
because
if you box 12 rounds, that's the end of the.
Because let me tell you this, right?
Roy, we understand
Because if you
that
cut
we
the
will
corner of the
never
ropes off,
have you on
he
the
can't get to the
show.
other corner. Because what happens is, you gotta understand Pensacola.
Wait,
I
let
don't-
me just say this, yo. Booger.
All right, yo,
Roy.
we gotta go. Listen, thanks again for
Yeah,
tuning to
come
another
on,
edition
Deontay
of Don't Shoot the
Wilder.
Messenger podcast. I'm your boy,
Adrian.
Professional Sutton.
your boy Chris G.
It's your boy, the Ruck Report. Jersey.
Peace.
Oh, Stephen C said Muhammad Ali. I'm dead.
They will